All right, and hello everybody. My name is Gavin. I'm joined by our two amazing guests, Deeli and Lightice. This is our first time doing this, so thank you to everyone who's come by to watch tonight. I don't exactly know how this is going to go. I hope it goes well. I tried to get the best guest I possibly could to make sure that this first time goes well, as they're both standing just like still in attention, which I appreciate. We'll just go over what Lab Hours is, and then I'll introduce our guests. Lab Hours is this concept that I've been meaning to do for a long time, which is basically this mix of part podcast but part interaction, right? It's something I care about on my live streams. We want to not only offer a space to talk about FGC topics with guests from all over the FGC and our circle and beyond, but also have a chance to actually play these games and kind of, have people come in and ask for advice. What can I work on? Hey, even our guests, like I know Deeli, you've been working a lot with multi-blood type Lumina. I have a few guests who'd love to probably join in and teach you a few things, whether we like it or not, right? So that's going to be the goal here tonight, is we're going to have kind of a part one where we are talking about a lot of different topics relevant to me and our guests, relevant to the greater FGC around us. And then expanding out from there with part two being that sort of training lab hours, open hours for you guys to ask for advice from us. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our two guests. As soon as I pull up the notes I have on them, first off, we have Deeli. Deeli is a former Melee player turned traditional fighting game player who's become a top-placing fixture in the DC, Maryland, Virginia region. He's formerly what I would describe as an up-and-coming player he's formerly an up-and-coming player who started traditional fighters in 2021 with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, but has quickly taken the DMV region by storm with 7 first-place finishes at FGC at Xanadu, our weekly here locally in the DMV, along with one bread and butter win at Xanadu Games FGC Monthly, beating other regional powerhouses such as Moena and Mayun. Right now he's primarily playing Street Fighter 6, but's regionally recognized for his play in Strive maining Gold Lewis. His best result in a major is 65th at Combo Breaker 2022, which, by the way, had 1,056 entrants. And he would also like you to know that he is an avid hitbox player who owns a small hitbox collection. Later in the show, he'll be taking matches in Strive, Street Fighter 6, and Multi-Blood type Lumina. And relevant to this discussion, we recently roomed together for your first Evo. So,
oh yeah, that was a good time.
Glad to have you on the show, Deeli. How are you?
Thank you, Gavin. Thank you. It was a very kind introduction. Yeah, glad to be here. Like you said, I'm still pretty new to the FGC, but learning every day, meeting new people. It's been a great time in the DMV.
We also are joined on your screen by Lightice. Lightice is a fixture in the DMV fighting game community, often being a friendly bridge between newcomers to the FGC here locally in the DC, Maryland, Virginia region. He started playing competitively and taking fighting games seriously in 2018 with Street Fighter V. His favorite games are Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle and the most recent iteration of Samurai Showdown, which he'll be taking matches in later if people are interested in. Speaking of Sam Show, both of his top results are in Samurai Showdown with first place finishes in Summer Jam 2019 and CEO 2023. And on a personal note, Lightice is also the one who connected me with the greater DMV Discord, the homie cord, and be one of the first people to invite me to that. So I'm extremely appreciative of that, and thank you for coming on to Lab Hours, Lightice.
Thank you for having me.
And he's, yes, also repping up Poro Azure Wolf. Thank you for pointing that out. A lot of dirty League of Legends players here. We'll get to the Project L discussion later.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
So we have a long list of topics we'd like to talk about tonight, and I think the first one we'd like to talk about is just like that recap of EVO 2023. So when I thought about who I wanted on this first episode of Lab Hours, I wanted the two people who would just be the most excited about what we just went through in the fighting game community 2 weeks ago. Already, I guess 3 weeks ago now. It's 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since August 4th. Okay. Evo 2023. But it was both of your first times at Evo. It was I counted it, I think it was my 6th Evo. So I want the perspective. I want, I was there for the Street Fighter 5 launch. I was here for the Street Fighter 6 launch. I've got rose tinted glasses. Things are it's too normal for me to walk around in Vegas for 3 miles in one direction in a line that lasts 2 hours. I need to hear from your perspective, guys. How was your first Evolution fighting game championship?
Oh man. Okay, I'll go first. So Evo is my third ever major that I went to, and my only prior experience with majors was Combo Breaker 2022 and Combo Breaker 2023. And those majors by themselves are already very, very high quality majors. Like everything is run super well. There's a ton of stuff to do besides just the brackets. Evo, man, is also managed by Rick, the guy who also runs Combo Breaker, right? So I already knew going into Evo that it was going to be a good time. It was going to be well run. Everything's going to be under control. But man, I think they like nailed it. They nailed it out of the park with Evo because like 11,000 entrants, right? Just for everything, maybe even more just because of spectators. And I felt like every bracket that I was in and everyone that like all my friends were in was all on time. And it was all just like running very smoothly, going right into the next one hour after the other. So the tournament experience itself was very good. Not to mention like all the panels, all the new games that you could play. There's just so much to do. The scope of it is just completely like out of what I imagined because like I thought like, oh okay, I can play some games, play my tournaments, go get some merch or whatever, but I did not expect for there to be so much to do. Like by the end of Saturday, I wanted to do more.
There was
You know
too
what I mean?
much. Like
Exactly.
I had to, the thing that I had to skip out on, the thing that I skipped, I didn't do it. Might have wanted to. I didn't get to play any of the indie games. I didn't get to really play any of the demos aside from Project L, which we'll get to later. That was a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know if Combo Couch and Yang in chat have been to. I know Yang's been to a previous Evo. I don't know if Combo Couch has, but to beat a previous Evos and think that they could double the size and run it just as well was phenomenal. Lightice, I know that you have a lot of thoughts on the topic. I want to talk. It'll be a longer discussion later, but I know you have a lot of opinions on the quality of tournaments and how they run. How did you feel about just on what Deely's saying about the quality of the tournament?
So like you mentioned earlier, Evo, this is my very first Evo. I wanted to try and get like a sample size of all the major tournaments, or all the larger fighting game tournaments in America. So I tried Big E events, CEO Taku, Combo Breaker, Frosty, and then now was the time to go to Evo. But it was amazing. Like Deely said, all those entrants, the way it was handled was super good. Things stand out here and there, but like small issues and stuff that can be fixed. But other than that, like it was just an amazing event. Mm-hmm. And like you said, we'll go into more specifics a little bit later.
Yeah. What did you guys think about? What do you think about Evo? Deely, you talked about it a little bit. There's just so much stuff to do. What was your favorite part of Evo that was not tournament related? That was not watching matches or playing matches?
Number one definitely was the playable demos for upcoming games. Because man, if you guys don't know, I grew up with League of Legends, so I was on Project L Frame 1, man. I was in that line day one. It was a blast, man. I had to run through the line twice. I was a kid in that amusement park. I was like, I want to ride it once, I want to ride it again. You know what I mean? And then like not only Project L, MK1, Tekken 8, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I didn't even get to play them because there's just too much, not enough time. But that was hands down my favorite part, besides like the regular tournament.
Lightice, favorite part of Evo that was not watching or playing.
All right, so this one's kind of cheating because it's semi-tournament related, but I didn't expect this going in. I think my favorite part was day one and I guess Thursday as well. Just getting there and seeing everybody from the local, like seeing Deely up there. Like sometimes we go to locals every week, so sometimes it gets kind of quote unquote boring. We walk in, we're like, oh, there's Deely over there beating.
This guy, look at this guy.
Yeah, there's Gavin over there. No, I see Gavin all the time, but like
But like
being
now you're
at that
seeing
event,
us in
yes,
Las Vegas,
yeah,
2,000 miles away.
yep, yep. Like
Yeah.
we all made it here. It's like the calm before the storm too. Like it was something else. Just hugging people, dapping people up was just amazing. That was my favorite part.
We sniped you in the badge line, me and Flunk
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everybody. We were like, oh my god, it's Lightice.
yeah. Like he was that suffering guy far back in the line for sure. But it was great. It was great.
I've been saying this ever since Evo, and I've been saying this about majors in general, that I think one of my favorite parts of the fighting game community in general is just this idea where it's you and your local dojo, right? We're all dojos. Sometimes your dojo is your friend group on Discord. Sometimes your dojo is your physical local at Xanadu for us in the DMV. Your dojo can be your character. Like you're fighting for your character sometimes, right? But then you all kind of go off to these majors, and all of a sudden, you've been training with these guys for months and months and months, and now all of the fruits of those labors are about to be tested against other dojos who are also, all hyping up their boys, right? I think that's one of my favorite things about the fighting game community as a whole is like walking along the line. I know that guy. I know my guy's gonna beat that guy, right? Like you get these matchups. It's like I don't know how many soccer or football fans there are here, but like it's the idea of like FIFA World Cups and being an international fan, right? Evo is very international this year too, as it always is. There are not many tournaments like Evo that have the country presence that it has. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on just the scale of like the players from everywhere.
Man, I mean, I played against Kakaru in in my Street Fighter round 2
Deely
pool.
got it
So I
hands
mean,
on.
I already got a taste of the Japanese JP. So that was crazy, and also seeing Varix in Guilty Gear Strive top 6 was also a surprise. Like you just see people that you're like not normally exposed to, which is awesome.
I feel like
Sam
there's
Show,
this. Oh no, go ahead.
yeah, Sam Show is pretty similar in a way too because the game's netcode and netplay right now is very bad. People who can't play each other in different regions. So I thought this tournament was not going to be as stacked as it was, but there were people who came from Cali, just all over the U.S. just to come play. And it was like strong people just started piling in at the very end, and it was just seeing everybody for the first time in a long time was pretty great.
I think something that is lost to people who've never been to a fighting game major. Raise your hand if that's you in chat. I think something that's lost on people who have never been to a fighting game major is that there's a sense of like you don't get starstruck. You do sometimes, but at the end of the day, you're just playing your matches, and then like Justin Wong's just walking over there, just casually watching some matches, just walking along the venue. You got if you're a Smash player, Hungry Box is just walking along, just doing his thing. Big names from all over. I feel like Evo is a minor exception to this idea that everyone is just a dude at a tournament, because like when you start getting international players come into these large tournaments, things get kind of like, oh, Daigo's just like kind of casually walking over there and is about to play his pool. Okay, maybe I actually care about. Maybe I'm a little starstruck at some of the international parts of this. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's how I start to get a little starstruck when I see international players and like these like not only nationally well-known players but worldwide known players.
Yeah, just like you said, it's like all these people that like you only see on YouTube videos, clips,
Mm-hmm.
Evo Moment 37, Tokido, Evo Grand Finals for I don't even know how many times, but you see him in person and you're just like, whoa, that's him, you know. So yeah, I definitely got a bit of that as well.
So how do you feel? I guess what do you want from your next Evo trip? What did this first Evo trip teach you about what you'll do for the next one? If there is a next one, I hope there is for you guys. Hope to see you again next year and battle alongside you at Vegas. But things that you would do differently, things that you want to see Evo do differently.
Lightice, you go first this time.
All right, things I would do differently. I think this time, even though I only entered 5 games, I think it was too many games. Like I didn't have as much time as I wanted to cheer for people this time because I was just running back and forth between pools, some at the same time. Didn't get to like see all the artist alley and stuff until everything was kind of sold out or the lines were too long. So next time, limit the amount of games because there was plenty to do and I didn't expect to have so much to do outside of bracket. For Evo, I think I trust that Evo's going to handle all the issues that they saw, and they'll fix it. So I'm not even worried about that. Like it's a definite. I will try to make it again next year. The only problem is Vegas itself.
I'm gonna press you a little bit. What were the issues that came to mind for you?
So for me, I didn't have too many issues personally, but like they had issues with some of the PS5s overheating. The line, the I've been in worse lines. Otakon 2022, I believe, was just terrible outside for 2 hours. So that line didn't feel like it was the worst thing. But as I trust that they'll look at it and be like, hey, there's ways we can make this a little bit easier.
I'm sure part of that will be Street Fighter 6 didn't launch this year. So, not that I don't want Evo to continuously grow more and more every year, but I feel like a Street Fighter launch year is the year to have an anomaly of more entrants than you can prepare for. So hopefully, the line becomes shorter because instead of 20,000 people, we have 18,000 people. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. I wanted to interrogate you about the Vegas comment. I have lots of thoughts on Vegas, having been there a dozen times now. I'll move on. Deely, things that you would do differently, things that you want Evo to do differently.
So number one thing is it's similar to Lightice, like less games. Like I didn't enter that many. I only played in 2, but still, I just want to like ration more time to spend time in like the convention side of Evo with like the number of games you could play, the indie games like you said. Shoot, even like just looking at all the vendors, I couldn't look at everything. Like I did a couple of laps of the artist alley, but I felt like I could do some more. I definitely wanted to experience more of the, I guess, like just the other side of Evo, like the other half of of the venue. Like this is the tournament side, this is the convention side. I want to be in this area more, you know.
It's hard to like explain to people who've never been to Evo. Like it just, if you've been to a fighting game tournament but you have not been to Evo, Evo is like, I feel like it does a disservice to call it 50% tournament, 50% convention. It's more like 100% tournament and 70% convention. Like there's a lot of tournaments still happening. It's Evo. There's more people mashing buttons than anywhere else in the nation. But the convention is also it's just a giant room. It's huge. Like it used to be, the community tournaments were on the other side of the stage, and so if you had our side of the convention, so if you had a Guilty Gear pool at like A1 in the right corner and you had to go play a DNF bracket, you were literally walking, like you were sprinting from one side of the bracket, from one side of the convention to the other. It's like about half a mile, if not like a 3/4 of a mile. It's a big convention center.
Oh, yeah.
We'll move on shortly. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about Evo? I mean, there's just we could really have an entire show on this on our own, but we do have other things we want to talk about. Is there anything, chat, you want us to answer from our Evo experience? We're gonna do a dedicated Q&A at the end, but we'll do our best to stay interactive the best we can. Any closing thoughts on our very, very quick Evo 2023 discussion?
I do have one major thing that I forgot to mention. As a first-time Evo goer, I got severely knowledge checked at registration because I did not know that finals tickets were completely separate from the tournament registration. I assumed, oh, I signed up for 2 games. I paid $150. I should be able to get into Sunday finals, right? No. You have to pay like $80 for an extra ticket. So anybody in chat, anybody doesn't know, please pay attention when you sign up for Evo if you're gonna go. But also, not just that. Another thing was that I did not know the venue closed on Sunday, because at Combo Breaker, it's a 3-day venue, right? Like you can experience the venue all 3 days. But Evo is just the first 2 days, Friday, Saturday. Like I was thinking, like, oh, I'll just go in on Sunday. I'll buy some stuff on Sunday, but nope, it's closed. You can only. That's partially what goes into my like reasoning for like why I want to spend more time in the convention side, because the venue wasn't open for another day. So
and that's an anomaly. Most fighting game majors across everywhere are 3-day tournaments, and you are really budgeting Sunday to be that day where you're decompressing, you're playing friendlies, you're doing all the things that you didn't get done during the tournament days while you're watching finals. You're right. And Evo, it is not It is not a 3-day convention floor tournament. It is the third day is completely separate. It's its own ticketed event. Extremely good advice to everyone who's never been to an Evo who's going next year. Lightice, any closing thoughts on Evo?
So you mentioned like how large the convention center is, and I thought it was going to be worse than it was going in. Like I was able to kind of make it because I had like one tournament where it was Melty on one side and then SMK booth on the whole other side of the venue. So it wasn't like super bad to panic. But I'm wondering what you guys think about like how crowded it was. Do you guys think it was any problems with that? Because I felt like it was for the amount of people who were there. I didn't really have any problems getting around the convention center.
I felt very comfortable, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, there were some sections in like Street Fighter pools where it could get pretty crowded, but it never felt like you said, like you couldn't maneuver around somehow.
Mhm.
Like you could either just go around the edge or like just somehow weave your way through. But like once you got out of the pools, it felt completely normal. Like
Yeah.
everything was, you had space to move around. You know, you didn't feel like you were claustrophobic or anything.
And
Like,
and not just like not just pools as a whole, but specifically to Street Fighter pools was kind of the like black hole of like tons of crowds that you couldn't navigate around
yeah,
by merit of being a 7,000 person bracket, right? Um, it's hard to believe that we were in that same space with that same size with half the people, and it still didn't feel. It feels like it's almost a ghost town when I think back to Evo 2022, knowing that there were half the people.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's a good point. Lightning question to close the topic. Azure Wolf asks, "What's the most unexpected thing that we had at Evo that we were part of at Evo?" I need to think about this for a second.
Same.
unexpected.
I didn't expect. Oh, this is extremely logistical. This is not going to be a fun answer. I didn't expect all of the community tournaments to all be on Saturday and all of the first round pools of every game to be on Friday. Most tournaments kind of spread out a little bit because they have 3 days to work with. Eve only has 2. So if I knew that I had all of those tournaments separate, I would have entered more community tournaments. So I'd have more things to do on Sunday or on Saturday instead of just losing one uni bracket. That's my note for next year if they do the same format.
My unexpected one, I guess you could say, was at the Project L line. It was a stick line and a pad line, and I play on hitbox. So me and my friends were like, "Dude, what do I play? Which line looks shorter?" And then they were like, "Yeah, play stick with me." And I'm like, "All right, I guess I'm playing stick." So that was an experience.
Oh god.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll talk about Project L and the unexpected releases. We have to eventually. Go ahead, Linus.
All right. One for me, not necessarily Evo related, but like as part of the trip. I thought the casino slot machines would have been friendlier to me. They just took my money. Just no nothing, no bait to keep me in. They were just like, here, thank you for your money. Keep it moving.
No
Otherwise,
remorse.
yeah, no remorse, no remorse.
The table
Other than
games
that,
weren't any kinder to me.
oh,
Oh yeah.
it's rough. It's rough. Otherwise, the arena. I also thought the arena was gonna have, because I had heard like rumors about the scalping being like a major thing. I'm sure it happened in some cases, but I thought it was going to be a bigger problem. I thought there were going to be a lot of empty seats, but that arena filled up and stayed full the entire time. Like there was no moving when I found a seat, and
Yeah.
that surprised me.
I did my best to look around for what looked like big blocks of empty seats. There really just weren't. It was like a lot of the people who bought tickets were just there to watch the event. There were like spots of like 2 or 3, but I got lucky with my group of friends. We even had to split up between 2 rows, but we got it. The secret is to go between games. We went for the end of Tekken to be there in time for Guilty Gear. Okay, so if you have any more questions, save them for the Q&A. We're going to move on because we spent 20 minutes now on one topic and we have a lot more. Let's talk about, I mean, we kind of alluded to this. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic, but Lightice, you especially, and Deeli, having been to many locals and a few majors, what makes a good FGC tournament? What made Evo such a good event? What makes smaller events that you enjoy more as a tournament? What makes those good events? This group runs the gambit. We do locals, we do house parties, we do regionals, we do monthlies, we do majors, we do super majors. There's all sorts of made up categories in the FGC for these tournaments. What makes a good FGC tournament? Whichever one of you want to take this one first.
Yeah, I'll take it first. So, I think me and Lilas kind of talked about it, but I think bottom line is the tournament part. Like if the tournament can run smoothly and on time, then that's what I came for. You know, I'm happy. Like even if everything else is a bit mediocre, as long as the tournament runs on time and is smooth and is fast, then I'm happy. But number two on the list, which can be like if I have these top two, then I'll be very happy to go to a weekly. Number of setups, because if you have a ton of setups, people can just play games. Like, and it also kind of ties into like the number one where it runs smoothly because you can run more matches at a time, get them out quicker. So I think those two are the most important. Um, Besides that though, like I think having a comfortable venue is also important. But the thing is, I know it's not always like in everybody's control. Like we're pretty blessed with Xanadu. It's like probably one of the best weeklies in the whole uh, country, just based on like how high quality all the equipment is. We have amazing chairs, good aesthetic, bunch of TVs, bunch of good monitors. It's all really good. I think those are definitely my top three things for what makes a good FGC tournament.
All right. I'm glad Deely went first because my explanation might be a little longer, not too long. So to me, there's two blocks. The first block is like the unblockable stuff, the unpredictable stuff. So like, for example, there was one instance at Evo where a prominent Tekken player, kind of got DQ'd from their Tekken pool, ended up popping off in Melty, but they did get DQ'd from Tekken. So like, it comes down to the individual who goes. Like, if they have a bad time or they get DQ'd from a bracket they really trained for, everything else doesn't matter. Like, they'll just be like, this was a bad tournament, didn't have a great time. But when it comes to the stuff you can control, I think like Daly said, the first one is, does the tournament run? Like, even older FGC guys will tell you like they've been at tournaments that ended at 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. But as long as like the tournament runs smoothly or somewhat smoothly and finishes, that's the first part. But the second part is like, does the TO and staff care about the event and that it runs smoothly? And do they do anything to improve for the next time? So I think Xanadu's has become a better example recently with like some of the stuff that's been going on. Like our tournaments they used to end at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. for like Sam Show back in like last year, a couple years ago. But now like everything's kind of getting straightened out. And I think the TO's like Boom does a lot for the community, is always very vocal in Discord. I think Rick is a good example when it comes to like Combo Breaker and Evo, just being out there talking to people, being like, hey, I noticed that you had an issue. We're working on it. We're going to fix it. And those two things really make a good FGC event. I will also add a great FGC event is when you can add stuff in addition to the tournament. And I think that's what Evo has and some other tournaments are working on getting.
Yeah, I want to really emphasize that last point you made because that's generally how I feel about it. I think the priority is the tournament, obviously, what makes a good FGC tournament, the games, right? I think that appearing to your pool on time and being confident the pool starts on time, it ends at a good time. The scheduling is key to everything, right? Just any good event planning, whether it's for a wine party or an FGC tournament, you need to be on schedule with the events you're hosting, right? But it's exactly what you're saying. Like at a local level, you don't have to have many extra things. We're here to play the games, right? But as you have more and more people, being able to add on an arcade, being able to add on Jabali's been a big fan of card game tournaments at CEO recently, adding those on, having a tabletop room for that, which everyone I saw walking there was pretty happy. The rhythm game room at CEO is popping off the entire time. It looked like a rave in there if you ever stopped in. I agree. I think that when a tournament can be a good tournament and also add those things, it's a great sign for especially these regionals and majors. And you see it working its way down. Evo didn't used to have as dedicated of an arcade as it did when in 2016. It wasn't a focus for tournaments like Combo Breaker, but it's becoming more and more of a focus. So yeah, okay. Any other? Please.
If I can add one more thing to the Xanadu thing, like when we talk about great tournaments and adding extra, like you said, I think it doesn't have to necessarily be like Xanadu may not need like an artist alley to keep people. But I remember we did like an XR tournament, just randomly, was it first to one, single elimination XR, and everybody kind of got hype about it. Some tournaments do stuff like, 0-1, 0-2 brackets, 0-2 brackets just to get more people playing games. Like even adding that kind of stuff in addition to the regular bracket can make your local a great local.
I'll give a shout out to our the other side of the coin of our venue at Xandu Games, the Smash side of tournaments, I think does that somewhat well because they do have a redemption bracket every single weekly. For Smash Bros. For Ultimate Xandu, they have a 1202 redemption bracket that you can sign up for free. And I know at Glitch, which we did have an FGC tie-in at Glitch one time, they had, it was Glitch or Pound, one of the two. They had what they called speedrun brackets. So they just had pop-up brackets like, hey, all Mars, all Swordies, all Fire Emblem, all Spaceys. Like they had like mini pop-up brackets they did throughout the weekend. 16 people, first one people to sign up get in, right? I thought those are really like exactly. It doesn't have to be an art style. It can be more games and clever takes on it, right?
It's a way to spice up the experience.
Mm-hmm. And keeping it relevant to because sometimes it's a little disingenuous, right? Like why is this here? Right. I can't think of any egregious examples recently, but it's happened. Okay, so quick question to both of you. What's your plan for future majors? Deely, this is like an even better. I really want to hear your answer on this because, as you said, you've only been to 3 majors. And 2 of them were the same one.
Yeah.
So, what are you planning on going to in 2023, and especially 2024? I know part of your answer for 2023. We're going in a few months to one. I'll let you tell it. But what future plans do you have, and why? Why those tournaments in particular?
I'm kind of like. Oh, sorry. What was that?
No, or even if you're taking a break and not going to majors, I'm interested in where you're going from here.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of. Let us mention it, but I'm definitely working on broadening my horizons. Last year, I didn't go to East Coast Throwdown, and I deeply regretted it. So this year, I'm definitely going to East Coast Throwdown in October. Gonna drive up with Gavin, me and Bonj, us 3. We're gonna go crazy. But besides ECT, I think my next one that I'm looking at is Frosty Faustings because I've also not gone to that and I hear good things about it. Very excited for that. And some of my other friends, other online friends, go to that as well. Live in Chicago and whatnot. But outside of ECT, Frosty, next year Evo, I'm absolutely going to go. Next year Combo Breaker is still up in the air. We'll see though, depending on what games are out by then, I guess. Uh, but other than Evo, I think CEO is definitely going to be on the table. Just because even though it's in like Florida and I hear like constant stories about crazy stuff going down there, I think it's definitely like an essential experience to have if you're going to go to majors. So I would say ECT, Frosty Faustings, CEO, and Evo are definitely going to be up for grabs for me.
All right. Anything? So that's pretty front of year heavy aside from Evo. If you go to all those, would you go to a fall or winter tournament still? Like would like ECT still be on the horizon for you for that?
Yeah, I think so. Because I feel like ECT is significantly less like stress for me, I guess, because I don't have to book tickets or whatever. We can just drive up. So like I can just carpool with some friends. It makes it a lot easier. So I think another ECT or something like a Summer Jam or Big E is also on the table as well.
All right. Lightice, future plans for majors and why?
Future plans. So I was going to be on break until ECT, but a certain FGC member who may be in this chat kind of nagged me into going to
We nagged
an
each
upcoming
other.
anime tournament.
We
So
nagged each other.
we
Let's
did nag
be
each other.
honest.
So CEO Taku is going to be on the list. ECT, recently became a public transit train enthusiast. So ECT is like a must for me. I got to go up there. It was a great time last time, relaxing train ride, walk straight from the train over to the venue. So that's really nice. The train ride back got delayed last time, but other than that, perfect trip. And then Frosty, I think hopefully we can get like a big DMV turnout, get a lot of people from the region to go out there and compete. Because Frosty, there's something unique about like it snows there, whereas it didn't snow, at least in my area last year. So like Frosty's pretty fun to go to.
I also needed just to see the snow again, because we got no snow here in the DMV. Yeah, no, and I'm looking forward to CEO Taku. I'm gonna start working on that after this podcast. I'm looking forward to East Coast Throwdown, And next year, it's probably just going to be a lot of the same. I've sort of found my, like, the majors I want to do. I feel like I'm getting too much FOMO. Like, I feel I'm missing some of these. When I miss these tournaments, I feel like I'm going to regret too much. I need to probably chill for one or two of these. So we'll see. Something will eventually drop, but you'll see me at all the staples, most of the staples. If you're talking to someone who only goes to Evo every year, and they are they know about Evo because it's the biggest thing. It's everywhere. It's the fighting game tournament, and they're working their way down. We are people who worked our way up from the locals, and then worked on going to bigger majors as we got better. But a lot of people only know about Evo. They see it on the PlayStation Store. I like Street Fighter. I'll go to that tournament, right? Oh, I really want to get more involved with this whole fighting game community thing. I'm gonna go look at a local next door. I'll give a embarrassing special shout out to Kant Yang with me, who went to her first local today, monthly in Texas. So shout outs to people supporting their locals. What would you suggest for regional and majors to someone who wants to know more about fighting, who wants to get more into fighting games? Like, what majors would you recommend to them? I'm not even gonna ask locals. Go support your locals. Go figure out that scene. That's no question. But you only have so many vacation days in a year. How would you plan it out to someone new?
Lightice, you go. You have more experience than me.
Gotcha. Okay, so there are two options that I can think about. The first option is I recommend trying like a road trip somewhere, especially if you have a couple friends in the area, you guys can get like in a car or a van or something and go to a tournament. Maybe like, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours away, maybe up to 4, like some of us are gonna do for ECT. Just like that whole road trip experience, getting there, driving to the event, you all come back and you're talking about the experience in the car on the way back. Pretty good. Also, another one would be if you kind of want to, how do I word this? If you need an excuse to visit somebody, that can work. So, for example, I try to visit my family in the Virgin Islands every other year because it's pretty.
Oh, did we lose Light Ice? Did I lose everyone? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, are we back?
GavinXI.
Oh, I'm back.
I think your camera was lagging for a second.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was Discord or my whole internet. We're back. You were explaining about seeing family.
Yeah.
Last time okay.
For sure. So yeah, second option. Like for me, I try to see my family in the Virgin Islands, so I look for the closest tournament, which is First Attack in Puerto Rico. So I'll go to that tournament and then just swing over by the family for a little bit and then come back up. So like, you may be able to you may have a place that you're like, I really want to go here and visit somebody. Try and find a tournament in that area, go see that tournament, and then do what you got to do.
Right. Deely, any thoughts on the major plans for people new to the scene?
I mean, obviously, I haven't had that much major experience, just combo breaker. I mean, which I obviously recommend. But I think something similar along to Lightice's train of thought is just like you don't have to like immediately start booking plane tickets for something you don't know. You could just take a road trip or something. Like for example, like a lot of us go down to North Carolina for Shadow World, which is another long drive, but still like something that you can drive to is a lot more like attainable than just booking hundreds of dollars worth of flight tickets. So I think that is definitely like a nice big step up from local, but is also not quite as big of a commitment as something like, but is also just as good of an experience.
I'll give a much more direct and not fun and pragmatic answer. If you pick any majors to go to, I have two thoughts on this. I'm very pragmatic about this. I think you should go to Evo every year that you can, or I highly recommend it. If you can't, if it's not on the cards, then you can think of some of these alternate options. But I think that if you are the person who needs to spread out their vacations, right? One half of the year, next half of the year, you can't go wrong with Frosty and Evo. Frosty Faustines in the middle of February. You have another 6 months to prep for Evo. If you can bunch them together, I highly recommend Combo Breaker and Evo, or Combo Breaker or CEO and Evo. Pick your two. Those are very close together. It just depends on how much if you're like just you've gone to Evo every year, you want to try out something new, but still large. That's my personal recommendation. I think that I alluded to this earlier with you, Deely, about not having a fall tournament in your plans earlier. I do think it's tough. Lightice, we talked about this at length. It's tough going months and months and months without a fighting game major to go to. Definitely a huge gap between Frosty and Combo Breaker. A 3-month gap, 4-month gap-ish. 3-month gap, February to beginning of February, end of May. It's a big gap with nothing. And it I have problems waiting that long. I really like to find majors spread out through the year, so I have something to look forward to. All right. Next topic. For more specific things, let's talk Guilty Gear. So Guilty Gear Strive at EVO got its Season 3 announced, and both of you are avid Guilty Gear fans in our region. Many results locally, a lot of success. What are your feelings about the new Strive season coming up in 5 days? A lot of previews coming out. I mean, we can even talk about the way these previews are coming out. That's a topic in of itself.
Man, I'll go first, Lightice. So I mean, man, they really came out with a bang for season 3. I'm very excited. I mean, if you guys all saw the trailer at Evo, me and Azure Halcyon were jumping up in our seats from seeing all the changes that we were seeing. The new special moves, which we've been desperately asking for so long, and also just like more ways to use resources. Like now, you can use your burst gauge as a resource. Shoot, man, like there's just so much more you can do just from what we've seen. And not only that, like the balance changes look very exciting because we all know, the crazy top tiers, Leo Whitefang, Nagoriyuki, Ramlethal, Happy Chaos, they're all getting touched in some ways, and we're all rejoicing. So that's another thing to be excited about. But I think my biggest thing is seeing Johnny, because from what I've seen with the trailer, he looks good. Like he has like awesome tools and pressure. So I really want to see what he looks like. But I mean, I am after losing in my pool at Strive, I was very doomer about this game. But then I saw that trailer, instantly reignited my hope for the game. So I'm very excited.
Neither combo breaker you had a reveal, right?
No.
So
I was
this was
so
your first.
bummed.
This is your first live in-person Street Fighter, or I guess Strive reveal. How was it being in the crowd?
It is electrifying. All the YouTube videos, all the reaction videos do not do it justice. Like if you were watching Street Fighter Top 6 insane matches, the crowd is 10 times louder in person than it is on video. That's why I desperately wanted to be in the arena on Sunday. Just hearing that crowd, hearing that energy is electrifying. I love it.
Season 3 preview, Lightice. What have you got? What are your thoughts as a resident Ninja main?
All right. So I'm still enjoying Strive. I still play it, not as regularly or don't lab as I should, but I still play it pretty regularly. I recently switched from Chip to Kai, so super excited as season 3 starts coming in.
Is that official? You are officially a Kai main, or
okay,
just
I'm a chip
dabbling?
secondary. I know that the homie cord will hate I say this.
He had to pull out the chip at the weekly just to beat all the high tier characters.
Yeah. Firmly secondary now, but I think I'm super excited for the patch. I like nerfs more than buffs, and I know they're trying to spice things up, giving characters new mechanics and new moves and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still waiting to see concrete Happy Chaos nerfs. That's the floodgates don't open until we see that. So I'm waiting for that. But other than that, super excited. I'm glad Deely mentioned Johnny, because that's the thing that gets me the most excited to keep playing the game right now, is because Omito, one of the Japanese players, super strong Xrd player. I was watching him Evo Japan 2018. I've probably watched that top 8 at least 50 times. I love the commentary. I love the way the players are playing Xrd. That's what inspired me to play Guilty Gear Strive. So I was super disappointed when Johnny wasn't in the game, because I was like, how are you not going to give the most dominant player that I saw his main character when the game came out? So now Omito tweeted oh, Johnny's out. He tweeted the Johnny video that came out. He retweeted that, and I'm just like, okay, oh, he's playing serious
He's
now.
back.
I'm gonna go serious now.
He
So
tweeted.
that,
He
so I'm
tweeted.
excited. I'm excited.
He tweeted. He said, "Wait until next Evo. I'll be there."
Yeah,
He said something along
I'm
those
in.
lines. I was like,
I'm in.
"Let's go!"
I'm in now. There's no escape for me.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that like the new characters is what keeps the game exciting for you, because as a multi-blood player, I'm feeling that real harshly right now.
Yep.
You know, it's something you don't want to call too important, but it matters apparently. It feels like it matters. It feels bad. Yeah, I mean, and with this new patch, it's wild because I don't know what tournament has a preview build of this game that we're getting all these Twitter VODs off of. It's kind of silly. I'm not loving it, but I'm learning so much piecemeal, right? Like, Deeli told me today, hey, did you know wall slump gets you, like, getting wall slump gives you 30% of your burst back? I turned to him, like, the guy who got wall slumped gets the burst? Wait, what? Like, bad news for you Happy Chaos haters. They seem to want to change the system mechanics before the character. So we might be a few patches away from something getting solved there. Great. Any final thoughts on Guilty Gear Season 3? Other than we have a lot to work on.
Yeah.
Please drop the patch notes. That's all I gotta say.
Please stop the Twitter flood from coming in.
Super excited. Super excited. Especially for the guys who are coming out to the local every week recently. Like the game has kind of felt like it's gotten a little bit streamlined. So that change is going to be big for those guys.
Oh, good point. We'll talk about those new guys later. But really quick, let's talk about upcoming releases. And this is gonna probably just end up being at least partially the Project L hour. What are upcoming? What are you looking forward to coming from Evo? This is just really big and relevant news. What are you looking forward to that's not Project L? What are you looking forward to? Not only Project L, but also maybe upcoming patches like Guilty Gear we just talked about. What are you excited for in the FGC? I've got one right off the bat. I'm excited for Evo Europe to get announced. That's an upcoming release I'm looking forward to. The Mystery Evo. We should have talked about that earlier. Upcoming release. That's my cop-out answer. Anything else? Upcoming releases that you guys are looking forward to?
Lightice, you go.
All right. I'm worried about Evo not Europe. That's what I'm keeping an eye out for to see where it will end up. It might be a little wild. New releases. Project L is like it's so far out. Tekken and Mortal Kombat look amazing. I don't play Mortal Kombat because it's a little too violent for me, but Tekken 8 might be something to dabble in a little bit.
I could dabble.
But yeah, but we are at like there's too many good fighting games out right now. It's like I don't know. Like every time I'm like, maybe moving away from Street Fighter 6, I'm like, no, the game is still good. Everybody's still playing it, so I'm still in there. We have a lot of options right now to hold me until Project L comes out.
And chat, feel free to pile into this question. What games are you guys looking forward to? Or not even just games, what upcoming FGC events, releases, patches, anything? What are you guys looking forward to? Deeli, what are you looking forward to?
Besides Project L, I think, honestly, I'm very excited for Tekken 8. Because I did play Tekken 7 for a little bit, but I fell off of it just because of like the online experience. Man, I do not want to hear "get ready for the next battle" anymore, man. This Street Fighter 6 instant rematch has spoiled me. Like just getting matches in Street Fighter 6 is so easy and streamlined. In Tekken 8, I really, really hope they can have that experience because I think the game is very, very cool and is very deep, very exciting. I definitely want to play more Tekken once that comes out. So that would be my number one. Number two, though, definitely Under Night 2, Unisk, whatever people are calling it. I didn't play that much Uni 1, but I know a lot of friends that play it, so definitely gonna try it out, see how I feel about it.
I think we have a lot of Uni fans in my Discord. We have a lot of Uni fans in our community. I am also looking forward to Unisk, which seems to be what the community consensus is falling on right now. Although everyone is still just calling it Uni 2 as well. I played 4 hours of Uni today with Matt Coma. Had a great time losing 24 times in a row. I cannot wait to play more Aurier. my coming back home to my original blue hair Inquisitor chick. Ciel, just get her out of here. We've got Sword. We have Aurier now. Uni, yeah, no, that man, you're really making me think about Tekken 8 though. Am I really just not going to buy Tekken 8 until I know it has instant rematch? Because you just gave me PTSD. Get ready for the next battle. I don't want to go through that again. That might be what determines if I get this game or not.
And good rollback.
Oh yeah.
We don't have that confirmed yet, do we?
Nope.
No.
It sounds like it's 4 right now. It's not 3 anymore. The rollback is 4. So we'll see if it goes any higher than that.
Okay.
It's
a lot to be scared of.
Yeah, we need more information.
All right. We can't spend forever on this, but we could. Let's talk Project L, upcoming game releases. We got to Lightice, did you get a chance to play Project L?
Yep. Yes,
Okay, so all of us got to play Project L. My immediate thought on Project L is duo mode, duo play matters. Duo play, as soon as you play one single game of duo, you're immediately like, I understand. You know what? You have my full. I am on board. I'm on board for duo play. The game itself, it was extremely fun. I'm gonna let you guys talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, it is just like you said. Duo is the way of the future. Not only is it a very novel idea, very exciting, it encourages so much of what is great with the FGC, like collaboration with your peers, doing sick combos, sick interactions, and like it's just cool to see, you know. So definitely duos is definitely the best part about Project L. The game though is beautiful. It already looks amazing. The control scheme is intuitive. No no motion inputs anymore. But I mean, it's very easy to pick up and it's gonna be hard to master. Like people who making the game know exactly what they're doing. I'm very, very excited for that.
That's the other thing that really got me is that it just felt like a well-made fighting game beyond everything else. Light Ice, what do you think?
Yep. Like you said, well made, pretty. I hope that they stop putting in top laners that I don't like and put in top laners that I do like. I know they're going to announce Teemo, and I'm going to hate it, but it's coming soon. Other than that, no, great game. Yeah, everybody at the locals heard my hot take. Like you said, Gavin, I hope they focus on duos. I know somebody mentioned at Evo, like, if they go super hard on the duos and, like, they can have singles and duos at tournaments, but they just put more stuff behind the duos that works. I hope they don't do it like an open bracket thing, like singles and duos together, and that's the only thing.
I
Because
want.
I think, because if that's the case, then my hot take comes back into play, and I hope they nerf frame data and damage for solo players. I think they have the advantage. But if they separate it, I think they really should push duos though, because duos it seems super fun.
I really think they should have a duo bracket, and they should have an open bracket though. So hear me out, right? You should have a duos bracket that's just an untainted duos bracket. But then the singles bracket, it should be open instead. Because can you imagine Evo top 8, Evo top 6, and you've got like a solo dude, a duo, two other solos. Like the idea of like that mixed bracket play, I don't care if it's good or bad idea. I think it's awesome. Start GG will immediately break the moment they start anything like that. Start GG can't handle it, but I want the. You know what? I'm calling it now. Okay, if you're in my Discord community, if you are in Not Gavin's Discord, I promise on launch week of Project L, I will host an open bracket for you guys. I'll go even further. I'll give a pot bonus to duo player winners. You heard it here first.
All right.
Yeah. You mentioned it, like, especially in your profession, Gavin, it's going to be a nightmare just making graphics, and it's like top 8. It's one person on one side, 2 people on the other, and then it'll be all over the place if they combine.
It's going to be great. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for logistically how bad this will go. Or how amazing it'll go.
Pretty wild.
You imagine Evo 2025, you have, oh, look who it is. It's Sonic, Fox, and Go1 on one side, and we have Leffen on the other side. Oh!
I was going to go the other way around. I was going to say Sonic, Fox on one side, Leffen and Hungry Bucks on the other.
Wild.
Oh, no.
I can't wait. Okay, Project L is gonna be pretty awesome. Go ahead.
I had two pet peeves. I can't remember the other one. This is like
lanyard.
I didn't get the lanyard. I let the person in front of me go ahead of me. I was like, oh, you're good. Go ahead. Last lanyard, and they were like, we have no more to give out.
No,
feels bad.
no, feels terrible.
My joking pet peeve is I hope they invite some like real League of Legends players instead of the FGC content creators. Because I'm like, if I have to hear somebody refer to Darius as this guy, or I don't know who this character is, I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, some of us have been playing this game for like 8-9 years.
Maximilian talking about Darius, who's never touched League of Legends in his life. Talking about Darius like
you don't know what a bleed stack is. Like,
best,
what are you talking
like they're best buddies.
Don't know.
Oh, I've always known Darius. Me and Darius go way back.
Yeah, way back. I guess on that note, like the fuses, I'm kind of sad that the fuses aren't like flash, ignite, cleanse. Like I would like. I hope they do that in the final build. That would be sick.
That's genius, actually. I love that idea.
No. We're getting too close to Marvel Infinite. Where they're they're like the Infinity Stones. Like you got Flash Summoner spell, and it just unbalances the game.
Even if they do like a nod to it, like in the name, Flash could be like electricity.
I
Something
get
like
it.
That'd be sick.
I get it. I don't know.
That's me.
I guess.
That's me.
Final thoughts on Project L. The one character you want announced the most.
Pike.
Pike?
Easy Pike for me.
Okay.
Love that guy. I think they could fit him in. At least one hook character, like Thresh.
Darius is your hook character.
Blitz.
Darius assist is like it's a hook.
The apprehend.
Yeah.
The pull in.
He has it.
Cool.
I feel like no, they should add Blitz. Blitz is too iconic. Imagine like the full screen grab.
He's Spencer.
Full screen command grab.
Bionic arm.
All right.
Chat, I'm interested in hearing you two. Yeah, Bob already in there saying Timo. Light Ice's best friend.
No, I ban Timo every game.
Imagine Timo hard knockdown into Mushroom Oki.
Brings up another point. They need to put bans in Project L. I won't be happy until I see bans. Get rid of some of these champions. I can't wait.
I want Caitlyn. I want Caitlyn to play like Naoto from Persona. I want a trap zoner.
Trap zoner would be sick. I want my boy Renekton because that's been my main since the beginning of the game. But I don't think he's the cooler champion I play the most. I want Gnar in the game because the mechanic of turning into Big Gnar mid-fight would just be insane. So Gnar is my most wanted character in the game.
You know, it would be worse.
He's just
if they go
around so small. Low profiles everything.
Monkey Paw Curls, he doesn't transform mid-round. He transforms after losing a round like Vlav from Melty Blood.
That could be cool. I'll take it.
Not very cool in our game. All right. We have Vel'Koz and Vigar. I have some agreement with
good choices.
Yeah. Vel'Koz would be really cool.
Crazy.
Oh,
Full screen zoning?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That 6-hit tentacle hit with 6H.
And he just
the multi-hits. I can already picture like JH is just fucking a big star. All right. So one big reason why I want to bring you both on specifically is for your prominence locally here at Xanadu Games and other locals in the DMV. And what I really want to talk to you guys about is kind of you alluded to this a little earlier, Light Ice, is what the local newcomer experience. I mentioned in our intro, I very greatly appreciate just you reaching out to me when I first joined the scene, and just being a friendly face. Deeli, you've done the same. I've seen you a lot, just chatting with new people and like making people, even friends who are coming by, feel very welcome. What needs to happen in the FGC to replicate that? How much does it matter that we as the FGC are accommodating on the local level to newcomers? Are we doing it right? Should we be doing things differently? Should we be less? I don't want to say less accommodating. We shouldn't be less accommodating. But are we making misplays with the way that we introduce people to the scene? We are historically a very small niche of the video game community. Is part of that how we introduce people to the FGC, where you really start to get stakes into the community. I have a few thoughts on this. I know that you guys have been just very active in this effort, being a newcomer, getting newcomers in. What do you think, specifically about the newcomer experience to people in the FGC
I'll let you
locally?
go. I think you'll have a lot of good stuff to say.
Ah, man, this is a very complex one that
Yeah.
I've been going over this for a while because like, so I don't want to sound like I can't even think of the word. Sound like a jerk, but I'm going to say it. So at Xanadu, I've won a lot of tournaments. So Strive won a lot of Strive tournaments. Sam Show, there was like a 3-4 month period. Like I was just win every tournament back to back to back. And I've always thought like, how do you treat or how when you play against like newcomers? Because you don't want to go easy because nobody wants to really, and not nobody, but most people don't want people to take it easy on them. But at the same time, if you 3-0 somebody, 2-0 somebody, and just walk off, that's not exactly helping the experience either for new players. So I've kind of been, I guess I haven't found like the answer yet on what to do. It kind of, what helps that is just getting feedback from players who may be going 0-2 or just starting or maybe trying a new game and learning. Like, kind of like, what do you want out of this set? So yeah, no, I don't really have an answer, and I think that's where stuff like having an O2 bracket and stuff is important because if you can get the players who are not winning to talk to each other, that's big because there is that gap between the top players and the newer players. But like you kind of have to get them. Sounds so weird, but get them to talk to each other, get them to be cool with the people at their level, and then they keep coming to the local, and then they start to meet the players who are winning all the time. That makes sense.
You know, I
Lightice. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, Deely.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
A quick interjection, Lightice. Actually, um, something I want to mention with like this top player to new player discrepancy. One memory that's like a core memory for me. Like shortly after I joined the FGC, I think this was around when KOF came out. I was dabbling in Samsho because they were running side brackets as Xanadu. And I remember I was like absolutely completely new to the game. I was mashing buttons. I was flailing. I was playing Cham Cham, by the way. Bad character, but I was having fun. I will forever remember the TO was so happy to see me sign up because I was a completely new face. And he was just talking to me. He's like, "Yo, you want to play casuals?" And he's just like, whenever I ask a question, he's always like, "Yeah, feel free to ask me questions like, how to do this input, like what this does, what's the counterplay for this." And I just felt so welcome. Like I just felt like I was one of them already. You know what I mean? Like even though I was so bad at the game, it didn't matter because he was so happy that I was just there. So I think that's like a big thing. Is like if you can talk to these new players and make them feel like they're already part of the community, that will help so much. Because like even though I didn't play like Sam Show that much after that, I felt like a part of a bigger family in Xanadu. You know, so
There's definitely like multiple layers to this too, right? Because your venue is one layer. You're making sure your event is hospitable that gives reasons for people to stay. But you're alluding to it, the games themselves, right? So Onyx dude, who stopped by chat, who's in chat, has been running local uni brackets and pushing people to get into uni. Offered to pay for entry for people playing Undernight. And it had a 13-person bracket, which is the largest it's had since like Melty Blood came out, for instance, even before that. So, and Onyx has been just so excited to get more people um, into this local scene for Undernight and has been taking actions. Oh, yeah, they had 16 last week, 13 this week, something more than has been recently, right? And so it's not even just it's being excited for these newcomers in your specific game matters a lot. It goes multiple levels. You're having a good time with Xanadu. You're having a good time with the players who are playing the game you're here to play. Matters a lot. Something that you kind of lose on these larger tournaments at local like Street Fighter. You know.
great point. Great point. I think we sidetracked. Light Ice. What was it? So, okay, Light Ice. Did you have any more to add to this question? To this topic?
I
Because I
don't remember
remember
the question,
it
I
was
think
like
we're good.
it's the FGC local newcomer experience.
I got you. Got you.
Did you have anything to add besides
No,
that?
no, I think that's mainly
Okay,
it.
I think uh for me, like alongside what I just talked about, like just making new people feel welcomed and just like excited to play your game. I think another big part is like have like some kind of way to talk outside of the in-person event itself. Like for us, it's the homie cord. We have a Discord with just every DMV player we could find, and we talk about everything fighting games under the sun. And it's great because like no matter like you play the game that gets like no entries, or you playing Street Fighter 6, there's always going to be people to talk to about that game, people to find matches with. So I think that is vital for like a newcomer, just so you have a starting point for like, oh, okay, I know where to find people to play matches. I know who to ask if I have questions about the game, so I can build up from there. Because if you're just like walking away from a local and like you don't have anybody to talk to about the game you just played, then you kind of lose like the magic of the experience, and you're just like, oh well, I don't know if I want to come back. Do I really want to like just play this game by myself online? I gotta find people to play. So I think that is very, very, very important. Having like a way to communicate outside of just the local itself.
They need to build the community part of it, right?
Yeah,
Which can't only live in a small physical space,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah, we are working on getting a few on this show. A few of the people responsible for building those communities, is going to be a future goal for lab hours. So look forward to that. So one last topic I want to chat with you guys about, and this one's going to be a little embarrassing, but I want to talk about it because I think both of you encompass this one really well. Is the topic of handling local tournament success. And that's a very stacked statement right off the bat. So both of you have had many, many wins locally at Xanadu. You've had monthly and local level. Light Ice, you've had great success in Sam Show. Outside of that, even on the major stage, but in Strive, I feel like we've not quite made the jump to being able to perform that level at a major, right? So when you're winning locals nonstop, but it doesn't translate into what you would call like nationally recognized success. What does that mean to you as a player? What does it mean for you to be like, I'm winning all of my locals, and the people around me are all growing together, but then when I go to a larger tournament, I try to represent myself outside of that. You have different success. You still have great tournaments. You still get great placements. But what's the gap? How do you handle local tournament success? Are you happy with that? Do you want more? I feel like Xanadu Smash is a good example of this. They have one of the largest locals in the nation, yet many players who go to Xanadu Smash are not nationally recognized. You see this all over the nation. You've got your local monster, but you don't see him perform at majors. What do you guys think? Being two players who are very, very great and very, very successful at their locals.
I'll go first. I give Vlad
Go,
a
go,
break.
go.
We've been grilling him. um, I mean, this one's tough because like I've been struggling this a lot on the mental level as well. Back when I was in my prime at Strive, it's like you win and you feel like you're doing well. Like, hey, I won a local. I'm beating all these great players, and then like on at majors, it's like you get out of pools. Maybe you win one or two more matches, but you don't really get into that top like 32 or maybe even top 64, which is like where you're considered like a real threat. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of it has to do with just like keeping your ego in check. Like it just reminds me I got to stay humble. I got to keep on my grind because like just because you win a local doesn't mean there's other matchups for you to lab. There's so many more better players to play. Like just because you stop at you won your local doesn't mean you can stop. There's like so much more to pursue with the game. So I think for me personally, mm, becoming a better player is like so much more of a mental battle than just grinding the game because there's so much to think about, so much to do. So I think it's hard. I'm still working on it myself, but you just got to keep your head down, keep up the hustle, recognize where you're weak at, and keep going. Like, of course, recognize your achievements. You did very well. You won your tournament, but got to keep going.
Lightice, our, as he said himself, many-time tournament winner. How do you feel about this question?
Deely didn't stall long enough for me to finish my thought. For me, there's like I'm too struggling, kind of trying to figure out where my mental is. I mentioned earlier, like for season 3 Strive, I really want to uh, go super intense on Strive for season 3. But like for me, I kind of need people around me who also have that drive, so I can feed off of their drive, if that makes sense. And I think that the tough thing is like, and I think this is not just a Xanadu thing, but this is like all across the FGC, is how do you show, if you, when you get to that point where you do care, how do you show other people that you care about winning?
Mm.
So like even for me, like when I win, there's some weeks where I'm just like, it's another Xanadu, and then there's some weeks where I'm like, okay, I practiced this week, I won this week, I feel really good. And then sometimes I feel like I look around and I'm like, oh well, nobody else is really playing the game, or nobody else is really trying. So yeah, I'm kind
Definitely,
of in limbo on that too.
it's definitely like a smaller game syndrome, which Strive might be. I'm not gonna say suffering from. Strive is still a great success story for fighting games in general, but it's not Street Fighter 6. And
Yeah.
locals are reflecting that. Majors still feel huge, and they are huge, but it's hard to like. Man, no one is. Less people are playing Strive.
Yeah,
So what does a Strive result mean? Or can I use the momentum from a local to do well at a major? Is kind of what I think you were getting at with your last point a little
right.
bit.
Yep. It's not just a Strive thing. I think like I said, it's FGC wide.
Mhm.
Like even for Street Fighter 6, they're kind of, this is weird to word, but you have, like, there's a Capcom Cup $1 million prize pool next year, and you can still go up to a fighting game player and they'll be like, I'm kind of on Street Fighter 6. Like it's good, but I don't really have the drive to be great at Street Fighter 6. It's kind of like that. You're like, here is a concrete thing you should be working towards, but you're still like, I like fighting games, but Street Fighter 6, I don't really have the drive to play it. And I think like even at Xanadu we have, I can call their name. Banana Ken is just dominating right now. But like for me, there is like a small flame that's like, I want to beat them at this game. But unless I hear from them, like, hey, like, do you feel good about winning? Do you like, do you want to come back every week to keep on winning? Like, I kind of look for that gauge personally, and that's what I'm kind of searching to find. I told you guys I'd insert Blue Lock in here, so I'm reading the manga Blue Lock, and I'm trying to get my drive up for season 3, and then yeah, eventually I'm trying to figure out how do I like express like, hey, I'm happy I won this local, maybe in other ways than going on Twitter and being like, hey guys, I won this local, yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
Tough question. I still just have to emphasize that you guys are doing awesome for winning all the locals you are, and it should be recognized. Xanadu is still one of the larger weeklies in the nation, so it does matter. But I felt like that was, as we're talking about going to all these majors and just coming off of Evo, it's rough sometimes, the dichotomy between a local victory and then going to a major.
It's such a huge jump, you know, and it can feel like very defeating at times. Like you win so many locals, or you're just doing really well at locals, and you've been actually like you're really trying at the game, you're really practicing, and you still like make it out of pools and then go 0-2, 1-2 after, and it's just like, well, shoot, man, what have I been doing this whole time? You know what I mean? So like that's like another thing I've been struggling with because it's like, do I really want to keep grinding this game? Am I gonna see the results soon? Because there's not that much in between like winning a local and then like you know going top 32 at a major. It's like a huge jump. There's like it's really hard to get like something concrete in between that you're like working for, and that's like actually like consistently attainable because the nature of tournaments is like it's very inconsistent. So like you could have like a very easy bracket run with good matchups and you get like top 64 or something, and then the next 3 tournaments you just get absolutely shafted and you just barely make it out of pools. So
Mhm.
tournament successes is very hard to like manage for your own ego. So I
And
think that's
it's even worse because like when you look at the skill level of a local compared to the skill level at a pool of a super major large tournament, the local wins every time. I'll take my 16 who goes to the local versus any 16 in any large major in in the FGC nationwide, and I'm pretty sure most people's locals would win that matchup. Like it's hard to even use our gauge of like how far you get in a major to how well you do in the tournament overall. I guess it's strange, like right? Like your local is just really high quality players who are grinding the game, right?
My 2 tours are better than your 2 tours.
All right, we're gonna wrap up this section of the podcast soon, but I want to open up some time for question and answer. Up next will be labbing hours. We'll explain that more, but I want to use this time as a space to give our hosts something. If you guys want to talk about anything that we left off before we like open the doors for open office hours, now's the time to do it. And then chat, if you have any questions that we can answer, now's your time and not time to ask. Anything you guys felt like we didn't talk about that you'd love to talk about? As I stall.
Are you gonna play Johnny?
No. That's Omito's character. I'm not touching Johnny.
Oh
my sacred?
God.
I will respect that. I will
Completely
respect that.
his character.
I don't want
his property. Oh man.
You can choose to answer this or not, Lightice, but Name in chat is asking about the cap. The cap that always recurs whenever we see you. You can choose to answer it or not. I will not force you to, but this is your appearance on Lab Hours. This is your chance to say your piece.
What is the question again?
What are you hiding under your cap?
Oh.
It's just short hair. That's all it is. Just short hair. Don't worry, the hairline's way in the back. You know, I can't.
He takes it off. It's just an exposed brain. There's just no skin there.
Robot, just part robot.
Let's see here. I saw a question earlier. I don't have it in the chat anymore. This guy I was asking earlier. What are your food recommendations at Vegas for Evo?
Oh. I mean, easy slam dunk for me. I mean, if you can get a reservation, go to Hell's Kitchen. I mean, Gavin can attest. It's amazing food.
I haven't got to enjoy the whole meal, unlike Deeli. Deeli did not get to enjoy the entire thing.
That's for next episode. We're not getting into it this time. It was insane. But I mean, Hell's Kitchen definitely my number one. Shoot, that Irish pub that we went to was honestly pretty good for the price.
Raw or Raw Re, one of the two. It's in between the Mandalay and Luxor. So on the shops at Mandalay Bay, when you're walking from the Luxor to the Mandalay, there's those shops you have to walk through. Next to the Guinness store, there's an Irish pub called Raw Re or
Raw, yeah.
It's so good. It's like good price. We went there day one. It opens at 8. Doors opened at 10. And we were like, okay, it's okay. Let's just enjoy a nice breakfast before this arduous day of pools coming up. And it was exactly what I needed to get me through the entire day.
Because you didn't even eat lunch. You just ate breakfast at Rari or whatever. That held you through.
And then we left, and then we walked into the casino, and the line started halfway through the casino. Like, oh, I see we've made a little bit of a mistake, but it was worth it.
Oh, it was absolutely worth it.
It's hard to find the good value food in Vegas that you're not paying like $30 for the equivalent of a Whopper from Burger King. Like, you have to work hard to find it.
If we're gonna do a food anti-recommendation, don't go to the food court, man. Don't. The only thing you can do is get Subway. I think that's the only salvageable thing there. Everything else, I would not trust it.
All right, I have to counter Deely's point here. Because the food court was my go-to the entire time. I know I was paying $13 for a slice of pizza. I understand that, but I played it safe and it worked out. No crazy sickness, nothing.
Okay.
I had the bacon, egg, and cheese in the morning, the burgers in the afternoon. I was doing good, man. I was doing good.
If you can afford $20 slices of pizza and you want to walk 10 yards, then all you be you. Yep. I'm not even gonna argue with you.
Yep.
However,
I
you're still wrong.
I cannot defend you anymore, Lightice. This is too far.
Okay, next.
Can I get my negative, my anti-food
Go
review?
ahead. Go ahead.
So Deely took us to In-N-Out. I hope that In-N-Out is not the example and standard of In-N-Outs across America, because the fries were just bad. They were bad fries. The burgers, okay. The price, okay. The fries, terrible, terrible. So
Lightice is gonna get my show canceled so fast. It's our first episode and last episode. All right. Crush in chat has a question. What's your labbing routine, boys? You prefer to check wikis, watch match videos online, just mess around, see what clicks? Also, well, let's package this together because the Combo Couch also asks, as a newcomer to fighting games, I personally struggle with consistency. Any tips for newcomers looking to become a high-level player on how to become more consistent in games? I feel like we can kind of combine these two questions a little bit on how to gain consistency as a newcomer and maybe what's the labbing routine to get there.
Okay. Lightice, I'll let you gather your thoughts because you're a thinker, I guess.
Totally up to you. Totally up to you.
So, I mean, everyone's going to be different. Like, what works for me might not work for you. For labbing routine, personally, I really enjoy just watching high-level matches because I feel like I learn a lot from watching. Like, not even just like combos and setups, but like how like top players are utilizing the character's tools. And like, there's a lot of stuff you'll learn. Just be like, oh shoot, I didn't know you could do that, or like, oh, that's an interaction. You know, like I can 6P that or whatever. So I feel like you can learn a lot from watching. Like, and also, like, it's kind of like two birds with one stone because you'll learn counterplay for certain characters if you watch certain matchups. Like, if I didn't know how to deal with Chip, I could watch, like, Gold Lewis versus Chip Bods, and I'll be able to learn, like, oh, okay, he can 6P at this point, and then they'll get him out of this situation. So I think that's, like, what works for me. And then of course, I'll just hop into ranked and play a bunch of matches. So that's personally what I do. Second part, consistency. This one's also going to be different for everyone, but like I think like having like a dedicated small group of people that like are actively grinding the game that you can like reach out to constantly and be like, yo, you want to run a set, is extremely helpful because like for example, me and Tyler in Street Fighter 6, we play all the time. We'll just be like, yo, 6 p.m. Got off work, you want to run a first to 10? And we're like, yeah, I'm down. And like being able to play these long sets on demand is very helpful because long sets will help you so much over the long run because you get to learn like how to condition people, how to throw people off guard. It is a lot of stuff you can learn from running long sets. And when you play people over a long period of time, you're both growing at the same time. So that's how like you can like keep leveling up while you're like learning the game. So I think that is pretty key for consistency.
Yeah, steel sharpens steel, right? I'll take some time to echo a lot of what you're saying. I think that I think that watching high level play helps a ton. I think it's very inspiring. I definitely think it's like an osmosis thing too, because like you should just like when you have free time every once in a while, just like watch some top player VODs of your character, see how your character is developing. Right? Things that you've not thought about. And you're only playing people your level on an average day against people your level. Like, you're not seeing this in your local play. So you need to go study a little bit, right? Not just combo vids, but like it's exactly what you're saying. How people move. How do they handle the character tools? How do they handle movement? How do they handle movement in this matchup? And then I'll be more specific. I think that like everyone should find someone their level, but everyone should find someone. Don't take this the wrong way. Everyone should find someone slightly below your level. And the reason why, it's good to have a big mix, right? People who are better or worse, the same as you. But I think that when you find people who are worse than you at the game, not so much that you're playing a training dummy, but someone who's throwing real stuff at you and gives you room to practice combos and practice confidence with those combos. Like, I know a regular player won't fall for this, but let me try it here and see if I can build up confidence on the right situations to use this setup or this combo. And I think that real situation helps a ton. It's actually like a real life fighting game. A real life fighting tactic is to train with people who are slightly worse than you to gain confidence in what your movement is.
Also, quick add on to that, with playing less experienced players, a lot of times these less experienced players might throw like level 1 stuff or like really scrubby like tactics at you. For example, in Street Fighter, wake up drive impact. Like a lot of high level, mid level players know that that's not a great option. But the thing is, it will work if you're not ready for it. So the thing is, like, if you play these less experienced players that still throw these like less optimal answers at you, it'll still keep your brain primed for like all these like situations that like you might not be expecting. You know what I mean?
Light Ice, what do you think? Labbing and fighting games, and we'll hang it up here after this answer and move on to part 2.
For sure. So in my experience, like kind of on what Deely mentioned, like Deely can play games and like grow together, but for me, that like it's weird because I like to play more than lab, but I don't really learn anything when I'm playing games a lot. So it's like it's a chore for me to start labbing, but I just love playing games instead. But for me, what's worked the best with labbing is if I can get a replay, similar to what Gavin said, when I'm learning a character, I watch the top players play the character. Sometimes I've wasted time in the past looking at like beginner combos for such and such character, but if I go straight to the top players, see what they're doing, that really accelerates like how I learn the character. If I'm breaking down my own gameplay, I like to grab the replay itself and be like, I shouldn't be letting my opponent get away with anything. So I'll be like, when did I get hit? And then I'll see when I got hit in the match, and then go to Dust Loop and be like, okay, here's the frame data. This is why I got hit. I won't let that happen again. If there's a punish I can do, I'll lab that punish a couple times. But I think like you need the top players to learn new stuff, but you have to look at your own replay and break that down to kind of refine and get like your reaction time on how to react to certain things in the match. So it's like a two-parter thing.
All right. Hopefully to Crush and Combo Couch that answers the question. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching part 1 of Lab Hours here. Deely, there's a full story to that. But we are opening what is essentially office hours for our crew with part 2 here. We're gonna take a quick 5-6 minute break, give everyone a chance to get some water, prepare themselves. We are taking matches in a multitude of games. The way it will work is in chat or in the Discord in our Labbing Hours channel. Just ask for a match, what you want to play in, and those of us who have that game will play some rounds with you. Afterwards in chat, or we'll even pull you into voice. We'll talk about, answer questions, talk about matches. Try to keep it sane, try to keep it actually helpful, and we'll go from there. So I don't know how it will go. To everyone who's watching, I don't know if this part, eventually I think I want this to be on Spotify. It's obviously all going to be on YouTube, but I don't know if part 2 is going to make it into like Spotify. So for some of you, this might be the end of Lab Hours episode 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. For everyone who's interested in interacting with us, see us on Twitch when we do these shows for this part 2 for the actual labbing. But for now, we will be back in about 5 to 6 to see you for part 2 of Lab Hours. Thanks so much, Deely and Lightice, so far for joining us. All right, everybody, we are back, this time off camera, because we want this second half to be a more casual, a more casual thing that we do here with Lab Hours. It's important. It's the second half of the show. But if the serious casual discussion was earlier, we just want this to be casual and fun, right? This is open hours, lab hours, office hours, whatever you want to call it. The door is open. We want to take matches from you guys. Our hosts have agreed to it. We've all kind of listed 3 games that we have these open lab hours for. If you guys are better than us, that's fine. Teach us something. We'll try to teach you what we can. We just want kind of this to be a lab casuals experience for everybody. Deely, you want to talk about the 3 games that you picked out and why?
Oh yeah, sure. Strive for me because I that's the game that I have the most playtime in. Always happy to play some games there. Street Fighter 6 because that's the game that I've been playing most recently. And Melty just because I've been picking it up a little bit, playing it on the side just for some fun.
Why did you pick the games that you picked?
Oh, I don't remember 3, but I do have Sam Show in there. Because long-time Sam Show player, Guilty Gear Strive. Oh, maybe Street Fighter 6 is the third
You
one.
did, yep.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, I've been playing those recently. So those are pretty fun games.
All right, and I've got Guilty Gear, Melty Blood, Guilty Gear because I'm playing the most, Melty Blood because I think that's where I can offer a decent game, and I have Under Night Embers, EXE, CL are words. I have Under Night in there because I want to get better at that game. I've been playing a lot. As I said during the podcast hour, I've been playing a ton of it recently. So how is this going to work? The first place I'm going to look is the Labbing Hours channel in Discord, which I see Crush in line for. I see Nightshade in line for. You are requesting specific people, but really all of us are going to kind of pile in there for matches. Just so we can give, we want to give you, the viewer, these hours to kind of improve and for us to be able to give advice on. So specifically, Crush and Nightshade are in there. We're taking matches in all of these games. We're gonna try to bundle it up. So I see 3 people lined up for Strive. And if someone wants to play Melty or Uni, we'll get all the Strive matches in first. And then switch games. So we'll try doing it in batches. So it looks like the TLDR is we're launching Strive. So let me get started with that. After matches, if you're interested in joining in the room, we'll let you into the voice chat to kind of talk about the matches that just happened, what your thoughts are, any questions and answers. I don't want to necessarily open it up prior to that. I'm trying to avoid everyone just swinging at each other during the matches. But after each match, we'll bring you in for a quick chat if you want to chat with us. So let's get this started. Okay, my fight stick's on the other side of the room, so I'm gonna use the keyboard to get into a room here. So we'll take it in order of people who've been asking in Discord. So we'll start with Crush. We'll get this room up. Deeli and Lightice, if you guys are interested in Strive up, we'll take some matches from people.
Oh yeah, booting up. I got Nightshade. Lightice, I think you're gonna take on Crush.
Okay.
Playing Happy Chaos, just so you know.
Perfect.
Oh God, how do I Okay, I think okay. I think
So
what we'll do is I'll make a lobby right now, and what we'll do is all 3 of us will play Crush, and then all 3 of us will play Nightshade. Deely, you can have the first go at it. Then all 3 of us will play Name, assuming that people want to play more than they ask for. Just so we all can kind of get a taste of that person's gameplay, so we can actually be able to talk about it afterwards, if that sounds good to you guys and to the people in chat.
Okay.
Sounds all right. I think Name should be removed from the line, but that's okay.
You already know Name has a slew of insults ready to hurl at you.
All right, so for all the Strive players who want to come over, get in here. The room lobby is on the screen. I'm gonna go get my fight stick from across the room really quick. Can you guys entertain the chat for like 5 seconds? Be right back.
No problem.
Yeah. Name, I see you in chat, dude. Get in here, bro. 275 400.
All right. Name a character. A top eight placer. What? NEC last year. Did really well with Macmans.
All right, I'm back.
He's back. We already got Crush and Nightshade in here, so I guess Crush can go first. Lightice, where the hell are you? Get in here, bro.
I'm on my way.
Is my fight stick going to read? I need it to read. so we can.
I sure hope it does.
That would
Right.
suck. That would derail this a little bit.
We got this far. We can make it.
We've done good so far. This is why this part isn't making it onto Spotify.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, I think some delay-based Sam show could be a little spicy too.
Make sure.
Who is-
I might.
Is that you, Sarah Noah?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I recognize the avatar.
Oh, I'm a
Right.
Kai player.
Why is? Hold on. Okay. I might.
Change that name.
I might have to. I might have to be the worst person ever, and restart Strive to get this controller working. So the room's gonna shut down. We're gonna try again real quick. Please forgive me. This is not optimal. I understand.
All good, all
Scuffed
good.
gaming. Hey, Undernight's even worse. Undernight hates it when you start
name-
the game.
Name, tell me this story about the 12-year-old at NEC. I need to hear this.
All right, name brother against. Listen, there was this kid from Boston at NEC last year. Had to be 12 years old. Wait, no. He's anywhere from like 12 to 16. He's a young kid though. Came with his brother. His gold Lewis, really good. Very unlucky for him. He played me twice.
Oh.
got double eliminated. But like the crowd was going off. It was hype. And they weren't all just cheering for him. They were like, some people were like, he needs to get like a taste of losing and stuff. It was hype. It was hype. Really good match though. But yeah, he had a good time.
That's what. Maybe that should have been in our newcomers talk. Just
Yeah.
everyone needs to just like join a room, go to their first major, get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
And that's how we get them into the FGC. We give them like the most painful, fast experience ever.
But it was so unlucky because like he would have beat Name if he played Name. You know, he would have beat a lot of players. But he faced me twice, and he was not a fan of
So since we have to, we're gonna do first to 3.
We'll
I
do
guess.
first to 3 so we can make sure people. Oh,
Yeah.
So people can rotate in. Okay, the new room is up, and the room code's at the bottom there, 623037, and we're still going to take Crush first, and he's gonna play all 3 of us, and then we will invite Crush if he would like to join us in voice chat to talk about the matches and ask any questions.
And then we'll have Nightshade up next.
And then we'll have Nightshade, and then we'll have Name. And then it looks like Disgaea and Blitz are lined up for Uni. I'm going to put a hard stop on this to like 10:30-ish is how far we'll go. An hour. I don't know if Deeli and Light... We didn't actually talk about timeline very much.
Yeah, 10:30
so...
10:30 is a good cutoff, I think.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine. I got
If either of you have to leave early, that's fine too. No big deal. All right, so let's get Crush here. Let's go to my room here. This streaming station. Oh, okay. Can someone fetch the code for us? Oh, I don't want to play RAM. Actually, I'm gonna give you.
It is
Give you the Leo.
623037.
Someone could type it in the Twitch chat.
I put it in the chat,
Okay,
yeah.
you guys got it. Okay. I'll wait for anyone who wants to spectate this. We'll do first to 3s. Just make sure that Crush gets these matches.
Mm-hmm. Controller on the table.
So we have a Happy Chaos on the screen, Lightice. That character that won't exist in 5 days, we hope.
Look, I respect Happy Chaos players.
What do you tell Happy
as-
Chaos players? Like what secondary do you recommend?
Are you the type of person to say like, oh, the character's hard, so it's okay?
To a degree. I think
we
it's
got
your
names.
your next sentence is what's the problem, you know? Like, oh, he's got all these weaknesses. Like, no, you're incorrect. But if you want to talk about the hard stuff, there is hard stuff to do with it.
I haven't even tried it. Like, there's like negative edge and stuff apparently.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is, I've never lived counterplay against Happy Chaos because I don't know how to do any of his setups.
Yeah, fair.
Right.
It takes work, and then it changed after
Actually-
the patch, and I was like, nah, you lost me.
So Crush here
Gavin,
actually
Gavin,
is.
You have 4 hearts, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's not. Yeah. We we did that to get around what's it called? Rematch rules. We just did long sets instead. Last time we did Guilty Gear stream. I will have to fix that.
So this is basically a first to 1 at this point.
Something like that. Zelda player spotted.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Can you change the room settings in the?
You can change it in the room.
Okay, good.
I feel like we should just. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, play this out. Play this out.
We can play it first to 3, and then I'll just I can leave the match. Wait, I might not be able to do that.
Oh, just play this match out.
Okay.
Just I mean, this is gonna be equivalent to like versus 2, or I guess. So.
Right.
See, this is what the Japanese players used to do in the arcades. They crank up the rounds and then they just play it out.
You're getting your money's value, money's worth.
Exactly. And I think it helps because like if you get too reliant on burst mind games, having the extra rounds kind of gets rid of that.
Dude,
there's gonna be a lot of burst mind games coming up.
It's like a non-factor in 4 Hearts games. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna burst, dude. I'm gonna get it back anyways. Whatever, man.
Exactly. But like in Extra, they had situations where like you would not burst at the end of the round because you're just trying to throw the other guy off.
Oh yeah.
So they like playing multiple rounds, or they were okay with playing multiple rounds.
That double backdash with someone who knows that Gavin's known for the Dragon Punch.
Yes. Okay, pressure starting, nice. Uh-oh. And Chaos does run into resource problems. Not very often, but they do.
Oh, I thought I had safe Oki.
Big throw.
I messed up.
Does Gavin have a stream going in the Discord?
Oh, I could do that.
I just pulled up his Twitch stream.
Same for me.
Oh, my bad. I thought you guys were also spectating in the room.
It's okay. It's okay.
I should have turned it on.
Here, no, I can do this. I'm sure I'll land some massive combo at some point.
Oh, baited.
Like my mistakes replaying themselves a few seconds later.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna love what's coming up in a few seconds.
Hey.
Nice.
This guard point of the gods that trades in my favor.
Yes. Yeah, throw it out. Duel 5.
Okay.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Room is the what's it called? It's open.
Cool.
Yeah, weird how we had 2 double KOs in one match, huh?
Yeah, you're right. Setting records over here.
Oh no!
The Gavin special.
That's actually the Gavin.
The only layout in the world who uses the command grab. And we'll do it twice,
I will fix the room real quick. Settings, press victory, okay. And then I will let you guys get in line against Crush.
Alright, cool.
And I will make sure to be spectating it. Okay. Yeah. I actually did land the. Who do you think's the most popular player I've landed the double command grab against?
Oh, didn't you land it against? Who was it, dude? I
landed it against Hook Gang God's Faust.
But yeah.
He won the set, of course, so that's why I can brag about it.
Change the way he thought about the game,
I think Crush here is actually like the rare, like, would you say that most new players to fighting games should play Happy Chaos?
No.
Probably not, right? Well, Crush is like the exception. Learn fighting games on Happy Chaos, so he's actually a really good resource for like. I don't want to like rank people or anything, but he's a really good resource for like a person who's learning how to play Strive and a Happy Chaos player at the same time. So he's not the Happy Chaos who's going to be like overbearingly amazing at the game because he's still learning too, right?
True.
You have some room to breathe learning Happy Chaos.
In a way, yes. But Strive is also a game where like you can get like mauled very easily.
It's true. Like Deeli right now.
Yeah.
Oh, finish him off! Come on, let's go!
Ooh, nice combo, Crush.
Never mind, Crush is the best. Get out of here. I'm the worst. Deeli sucks.
They're definitely characters like Jacko, kind of.
Dude, it's
like,
a bad matchup.
Strong tools, but yeah, it's tough. A bad matchup. He's just swinging on.
Listening to was it Drellith today talking about Jacko versus Happy Chaos? How minions disappear on block on a bullet? That's wild.
You can just that was Evo 20 this year's Evo in a nutshell, top 3. It's like sometimes you just get unlucky. Like the matchup is just bad. just based on how your character works. So Eno and Jacko and like.
So how
the same
important
shit there.
is it to learn a secondary in Strive opposed to other games?
I think some matchups you kind of need to.
Yeah, some you have to.
Like,
It's not like
you have to go into Happy Chaos or something.
Right.
Just like actually unwinnable.
Yep. Yeah, it's not like you choose a secondary and strive to cover your bases. It's like, no, I actually need a counter pick for this character because my character is gonna.
I lost in character select.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. That was Evo.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. Bonk.
Oh!
Oh, the
blood! Oh, die! Yes!
That was a little hairy.
I didn't. Oh, the startup is too slow, man.
Oh, come on. Are we locked out? Hold on. I got checking opponent connection on my screen.
Same.
You do get all 3 games. You do get first to 3.
I'm on something that says waiting for the opponent to rematch.
Is this that tragic of a loss for Crush? I guess no, not really.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we're still in the match, but
Oh, weird.
you got kicked off of
Okay, well that's great. That's great stream content, right?
You guys keep running the podcast. I'll
For sure.
I'll keep playing.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about how Deely's gonna lose to this Happy Chaos, Lightice.
I will, dude. I'm not surprised. He's good.
But that's the weird part. Gavin's messing us up because instead of us looking for like the mistakes Crush is making, we're like hyping up Crush. We're like, let's go.
Let's go. Well, I mean, these are lab hours, man. We're here to get better. We're here to lab it out a little bit.
We're supposed to be critical, and we're like, let's go.
So the labbing part is get off this character in 5 days because he's going to be garbage.
We have not had that confirmed yet. Don't get me excited. We are waiting.
Who is in the previews? Who seems to be the biggest winner so far? I think it's Potemkin.
Winner. Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Potemkin's like the biggest winner. He might not be like a big enough winner to like, you know, be a top tier or anything like that. But like from where he was to where he's going, that's a big winner of this patch. Jackpot! Ding ding ding.
Yeah, the way the meta is like, if Happy Chaos gets significant nerfs and Nago gets significant nerfs, like every character lower than them is just doing so much better.
It just evens out like all these A tier characters.
Yeah.
Or all of a sudden, like now you've crashed them all into S tier, right?
Yeah, all these Axel players who are like, man, I just don't know about this character. They start rising up. The Jackal players start rising
Axel
up.
players, of which now there are 2 of in Xanadu games.
They will multiply. I think they'll multiply.
No, don't tell me there's going to be more Axel players. I'm gonna learn Johnny just so I can Mistfinder Axel.
Yeah.
That's the sole reason I'm gonna learn this character. Just full screen Iato combos.
Yeah, they're like Soul. It's unfortunate that their characters look so cool, or their combos look so cool. Like Axel Bomber routes are just like Chummy hits me with sometimes, and I'm like, that actually.
I know I'm dead. I've got to sit through this time stop to actually just lock it in and confirm it. But
yes.
All right, that was it. GG's Crush.
all right,
So
Lightice, you're up.
All right.
Hopefully this time the spectate works.
I'm eagerly waiting.
All right. You got to go into TL mode. Be like, don't start until I tell you to.
I'm
maybe-
spectating. We're good.
Gavin, maybe you have to like step off and then get back on the spectate. Maybe
That's a good idea. Let's just do it for safety.
just like reset it.
All right. Do I start? Do I boot up?
Okay, go ahead. We love Strive for stream. Like the reason why we have 4 rounds. This is so dumb. If you have rematch turned on, it rotates out both players after the match is done. So we're doing a lobby for stream. Hey, everyone, get in here. Oh, by the way, winner stays. Except Guilty Gear's like, nah. Everyone, get out of here. It's silly.
That pretty much sums up the online Strive experience since its release.
Think any of that will get better during Season 3 update?
You know, like, we didn't talk about this in the podcast. Hacker Man has to get dealt with, or Strive won't take off.
I was so excited for TNS this week. We got a lot of people in this Discord ready for it. Canceled last minute.
Yep, streamers can't play. Like, that's just the way it is. Oh, good goal.
Hey, this isn't Kai Kisk.
It's not. It could be Kaiki, depending on what Crush wants.
Oh.
Okay.
We DPing just like that?
I respect.
Just like that?
I respect the swing. See, I'm so used to
we-
playing Drellith all day.
Oh, we got that combo. Nice combo.
I do not have that one. Don't have that one either.
Oh my god.
I'll take this. Now the chip game begins.
Did pretty good for a second
Dude,
there.
your Rekka days are numbered.
I'm actually glad they're gone because I was
Days
bad
to
at it.
be 5 days to be exact. No more will you overhead me and get a free combo.
It'd be nice for these patch notes to drop a few days before the patch comes out.
Dude,
What's
if it doesn't
been
come
the
out
cadence?
Monday, if it doesn't come out Monday, I'm gonna be furious.
How long? What have they been doing?
It used
The
to
day
be like
before,
a week
before?
A week before, yeah. Like, it used to be like a week before. I remember. Like we would all be speculating and stuff like a week before the patch dropped.
3 to 5 days before. According to chat.
Oh, nice conversion.
So we're getting there on Monday. Monday could be it then.
Yeah, Halcyon says 3 to 5 days before, so likely Monday or something.
Nice swing.
Oh my god, 2K.
Oh!
That's a roll.
Nice try, nice try.
Yeah. Definitely a good idea because if you hit me there, problems.
Let me stay. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It works. We did it.
We solved Guilty Gear.
You made it.
Reversal curse ball? I respect it.
Swinging at each other, playing the neutral game. Oh, gold burst again!
Oh,
Rush has the best gold
good
burst.
landing.
Best gold burst on the East Coast, bro.
Apparently.
Wall slump. Hey,
Oh,
that,
you got a combo? Oh, no
dude, hold on a second. You know what I just thought about? You know what I just thought about for the whole 30% bursting?
Yeah?
Just wall slump someone who has burst already. It won't make a difference.
Oh, well then. Hey, you're right.
Don't give the Happy Chaos players IDs. You know?
And then you bait the burst off the
Well,
wall
I
slump
guess
anyways.
I mean, I guess in an ideal world, you burst before you get into like that corner situation, and then you get sent to the corner again, and then.
But you can wall slump for free if they have full burst, and they don't burst before, right?
Oh yeah.
Because they can't burst on the wall, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you are trying to avoid, letting people gain burst, you just do it when they already have full burst. It won't make a difference.
True.
Okay, my Leo wall slump shield shenanigans can live on a little bit.
The Leo one is kind of silly. You do like 2 shields to frame trap or something. Something silly like that.
What I do is I do the wall slump that makes them pop up, and then they're off screen. They come down with a button to punish me, but I have shield up.
Oh.
I don't do it often. It's just
That's
one
pretty
of those
funny.
silly
That's pretty
things
funny.
that
And then
it works.
And then oh wait no, they don't get sent through the wall, but you get a combo after. So.
I get sent to a wall the second time.
Yeah.
After yeah, because you can combo from corner shield.
Yeah. Dude, shield. I love shield.
Oh, good DP. True
Looking for
anti-air
movement,
dragon
yeah.
punch.
I was committed there. I was like, if I see a movement, I'm DPing.
Chip
It's
only
first
has
free, right?
yes. Chip only has 1 DP, right?
Yeah.
You're not
There's one DP.
you're not getting
It-
punished by the /heavy/ DPs.
It's just SDP.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't get touched by that.
I thought
But he
so.
is losing Rekka counter hit.
Imagine if he had an HDP,
Nice.
man.
I think that was IB in the throw. Pretty sick.
Goes full screen up, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, good pressure.
Ooh, nice finish. If I got counter hit, I would have died.
2 bullets. Oh, good reload. Actually,
No, I didn't get my command grab out. Eventually, I will leave this corner. Oh my goodness. Oh no,
not
RC.
today.
Oh
No, crush.
Oh my god.
no, I tried to RC.
You got with the haymaker, yep.
Oh.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Double counter hit. I'll take that.
Yes.
It's so good. Such a good button.
Bro, that's how I lost to Shine at
Oh!
what was it? Oh yeah, the resources are killing.
Well, that, but he also accidentally shot you the wrong way.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, Lightice, they also nerfed Chip 6K, so your days are numbered.
I saw.
You can't do the fast FRC
do that
thing.
anymore.
Yeah. Thank God.
Wait, you might be able to still do fast RC, right? It's just super slow, right? Starting.
From what I saw, they tried to do the combo and it didn't work. You just fell around and your air normal didn't come out.
It's alright. They're adding invincibility again. Good patience not to throw there. Oh, it was just safe enough.
Ooh.
All right. Crush, thank you for the games. If you want to stop by voice chat, ask any questions, or for us to talk together, feel free to stop on by. Deely Lightice, you have any tips for Crush from your matches?
Let's
okay,
wait.
he is
Let's
on the
wait
way.
and see. Let's wait and see if he's gonna get in the VC.
So, hey, Crush, thanks for the games.
GG's,
First
bro.
off,
GG's, man.
GG's.
what do you think? What do you have for us?
GG's.
That's it, just GG's.
So,
Well, we have a lot to say about you. No, just kidding.
all right. First of all, happy chaos haters, go home, please. That's first and foremost. Dang. All right. A lot to go off of. Let me just start with the last, my last opponent, Lightice. Good playing with you, man.
No good GG.
I really have to commend in the end of the second round, when you finished me off with that DP. That was like, after the fact of it happening, I was like, that was beautiful. He was just stepping up to me menacingly. He was taking my space. I didn't know what his plan was, and then when I realized I hit the wall and tried to fight out, he just DP'd me.
Yeah, for sure. Earlier that round, I think I commented on stream. I was like, this guy's not getting throw baited like I want him to. So in that situation, I was like, okay, you're not gonna get throw baited, so you're gonna try something. So I'm just gonna run up in DP, and whatever happens, happens. So that's how I was able to get it, because you were good at like holding your throw earlier on.
Thank you.
But it was a good set.
Anything,
I block a lot for a chip. I hear that a lot. So you also were like very patient on offense. But like, yeah, feel free to go in there, throw in some throws every once in a while, some 5Ds. You were hitting me with every instant overhead because I'm old. But yeah, if you keep mixing up your play, it's pretty solid.
Thank you.
Good
I
solid
actually
base.
recently added the dust into my bread and butter, so like, as an option. So I'm glad to see it's working out.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll just make a side comment that I've kind of watched you through most of your fighting game journey from start to end, and you're looking great, dude. Like where you are right now. And I have to say, I mean, I saw you playing like 60 sets with Steel Cobra last night in voice chat. Like, you're doing the long set stuff Deely was talking about earlier in the podcast.
I appreciate it. Definitely immediately following Evo, I was hitting a slump, but starting to play with like Kobe, those long sets,
Nice.
kind of pushed me past it a little bit.
Nice.
All right.
Deely, I love watching Gold Lewis's play. I hate to be on the receiving end. It's so violent.
I completely agree. That combo I hit you in that last game that did like 60% of your life, I was like, oh no.
There's so many times where I'm just like, when does it end? When does it actually end? He just pulls out the Gatling. It's instant. I never expect it.
Yeah. He's a very knowledge check heavy. Like, you have to know how to deal with every single one of his moves. It's like playing against him is very hard, but
yeah, I thought I knew about the tombstone overhead. I didn't know about the forward stomp low, and that
Oh,
messed me
yeah.
up a lot.
so like that 5K is very fast low. It'll just keep people honest. It's like, oh, if you're gonna block high, I'm just gonna instant low you.
All right. Crush, thanks for stopping by. We've got to move on.
Appreciate the games.
GG's. You don't
All
hate
right.
the player, hate the character.
Where is Nightshade?
Nightshade, he's in here. Get in here, Nightshade.
All right, Nightshade, what have you got? I'll let you guys go first. Let me get spectating.
Speaking of another character, on my dislike list.
Soul bad guy?
Oh, bad guy.
You hate you dislike this character?
I thought he definitely was carrying.
He
I don't want to get too spicy on the podcast.
Soul is a lot. You know,
He was carrying some people earlier season.
Weirdly enough, I'm a lot better at handling Soul nowadays than I used to be. I don't know if my play got more confident or I just got generally better, but I'm not as scared of the character anymore.
No, but for me, the fear is still there. Like everybody who's playing the game, of course, is working, right, and has to learn the character and everything.
I will have fun and call out. I'll call out some of my Discord here. People were asking for matches earlier in our Discord. If you're new to it, go stop by Get Roll and get some of the looking for game rolls. But it's like Nightshade rolled up and was like, yeah, I'll play some games with you. And then like an hour later, I stopped by the Discord. Hey, you guys play Nightshade? How was it? And like 3 different people were like, I hate Soul Bad Guy. This is the worst. Strive is a dumb game.
He looks in a game like Guilty Gear, he looks so unassuming. You know, you're like, oh, what's this guy doing? He's just gunflame,
hanging out.
And then you get hit by Far Slash into Far Slash, and you're like, oh wait, he's got a little damage on him.
A little spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does it again with plus frames.
Yes, thankfully his combos look cool. Like I posted that combo video in the homie core the other day. Like his combos are sick.
Is that what makes it okay?
Yeah, like I can die this way, you know. I have to have that feeling.
Player on the other side of the screen is like mashing buttons real cool, like, so it's okay now.
Yeah. Go Lewis is similar until you play Keep like in the first 100, and then you just die all the time, and you're like, wow, it looked cool at first, but.
Ooh, good DP bait.
You see that? You see that?
I did see that.
The bait. Okay. Let's go, Nightshade. Let's go.
It's hard to critique Nightshade because he's like such a solid player.
Not to put his business out there, but I'm gonna put Nightshade's business out there. At what tournament were we at? Was it Frosty? Nightshade unluckily got 2 Gold Lewises back to back, and got beat by both of them, right? So I told him this at Evo. I was like, I need you to get a dub at one of these out-of-state events. Like that was like on my mind the entire time. I just want to see Nightshade win traveling to one of these events.
And how did Nightshade do?
He definitely got at least one. I can't remember if he got out of pools, but he definitely got a win. And I was like, okay, you made my Evo.
I can go look it up.
It was so unlucky at Frost. It was Gold Lewis into Gold Lewis, and I'm like, I know you don't play this matchup enough, because nobody does at the moment. And it was rough, but
me and Nightshade have a much funnier story together. Every time I'm on stream with Xandu, Nightshade is always in the audience watching, and he's always the first person I make eye contact with after losing a match on stream. So the joke is that Nightshade loses me matches as Xandu. So this man walks up to me at Evo, gives me that look, gives me that smile, like I'm here to ruin your Evo chances. Watch all of your matches. It got to the losers finals of my pool, and I looked. He was walking towards my direction. I looked at him. I told him to turn around and go away.
Oh my god. My goodness. Like Nightshade, like making the impressive trek to Xanadu that he does pretty much every week.
Here's how I just
feel like.
Go ahead. No, you first. Finish your thought.
I feel like he's been at a higher level for so long. I can't remember if there was ever a point he was like at the new point.
He told me a long time ago that like he I don't know if scared is the right word. I was like, dude, Nightshade, I've just like never beaten you. You're so good. And he's like, oh, you've beaten me. Apparently, it meant a lot more to him than it meant to me. Here's how I described Nightshade the other day. Nightshade is the player who gets 1% better every time he goes to an event, and then he goes to 100 events in a row.
Mm-hmm.
This dude works. That's why he's here tonight.
True. No, that is definitely impressive. Like I can't think of a time where I'm like, oh, this is the time when Nightshade didn't know combos or basically like no. I'm like I feel like he's always been strong, but it's just because he's been here so regularly recently.
Putting in the work and taking the trip to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All of you who have 2-hour local drives and don't go to your locals, you have nothing on Nightshade.
Yeah. Well, that's also the importance of connecting. Like, It's big to make sure somebody's at least there to like chat with new people as they come in, because some people make this hour-long, 2-hour-long drive, and it's like if they don't see anybody or say hi or what's up, you never want them to just lose 2 games and then drive all the way home.
Yep. But then that's like more motivation to do better, you know, so you don't go home as early the next time, right?
That's true, but you gotta have like a reason to come back, especially with games where you can play them online like now.
What a conversion, by the way.
That was sick. If that reset was on purpose, I'll give him credit for that too.
Ooh, nice.
Big air-to-air Nightshade.
It looks so cool too. The way that Soul does it, man. You're right. I'm feeling it.
I'm like, I can die like this. This is fun. Oh, now Deely's cooking. Deely's had enough. Deely's like, I'm trying to get out of pools right now.
I'm on stream.
Yeah.
All right, GG's Nightshade.
Gotta look good for the live. Perfect. Oh, no. Lightice, you want to go or you want me to go?
Totally up to you.
I'll take a shot.
Alright.
Let me at him. Give Nightshade a chance.
Nah, you got him. You throw out the layout.
It's my home turf, right? Online on my stream, in my Discord, in my online room.
Yeah.
If I lose here,
everything home turf.
If I lose here, Nightshade can have the podcast. It says now.
If you lose here, you got to drive up to a Nightshade's house. That'll be
No.
local.
Dude, Lightice, what
Reverse
you were saying about Nightshade while I was playing, that he's like just always, he just hasn't been at that like beginner level ever. I feel that because like the first time I played him, he was just like super solid, right?
Yeah.
It's like he wasn't too bad, I guess. He's just like less experienced, but he still like had all the combos. He had like fundamentals down.
Right.
Oh no, lit in the corner now.
Well, I couldn't decide whether Roman that or not.
You gotta believe. That's the thing. Have
Dude,
conviction.
I can't believe it's called Roman cancel. No, nice jump. We're just gonna cancel Rome like that?
Yeah.
For real? Oh my
It's
god!
a rock and roll reference.
Yeah.
Blocking the low high? Oh, like Gavin got the conversion.
Oh,
though.
where's my super? Just kidding. No, and he got the stuff the guard point.
That if that was on purpose, I give him credit. But I don't think it was. You gotta show your work.
Nice block,
Look at
man.
the block.
Dude, Nightshade knows his match. Oh, what? Wait, the burst? He's fighting.
The greed from Gavin.
Oh my god.
The greed from Gavin.
Oh!
What is happening? Oh my
Gavin,
god.
Gavin, after throw, you can get 236 OTG.
You know what's weird is my I don't know why, but my SOCD is reversed.
What?
I was trying to jump out of that corner, and it wouldn't come out because Hitbox default SOCD is off, right? And it's supposed to reset every time you switch your controller, and it's off for some reason. So I like wasn't expecting it.
You're not using it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was not Capcom Cup approved.
Yeah,
And I was stuck in the corner. Yeah.
Oh, that's something we didn't talk about, dude. They don't check the SOCDs at the majors.
And I did it. I earnestly fixed it every single time. I was in button check, making sure that my SOCD was correct for Street Fighter 6. I'm the only one who appreciated it.
The Cap Cops are making the rounds, dude. You got to stay on your toes.
Yeah. Moving in secret. Big burst here. Oh, the neutral.
I'm pretty sure after you IB cross through, that you can just throw no matter what, right? Unless he backdashes.
It might be space independent. Might still be space independent.
But IB, you're like instantly at throw range, I think. Because every time I've been IB'd, I gotten thrown.
Possible. I think there's some things that leave you just outside of it, but I'm not sure how it works with layouts run through. Oh, swinging. Look at that 6S.
That's how you do it.
Into DP.
You might be 0 for 3 on DPs, Gavin.
Happens to the best of us.
You might have to swap it for command grab. Wake up command grab. See if it works out for you.
Thought about it on that last time I got DP'd. Remember when 2D was such a good button?
still is.
Well, it's a great button. It's a good button. It's not a great button
It was even
anymore.
better because
Yeah,
you
look
could
at it. Look at it.
you could autopilot 2K2D on block and still be safe,
Yep.
which was insane because it led to insane Oki for some reason.
Oh, that's what they got to buff next patch. Heavy mob cemetery.
Oh yes.
Let that
No,
move.
no,
be
I think
useful
they
for
did buff
60%.
it. Umisho was tweeting something about it, like
Oh.
that, like when you hit projectiles, you don't slow down in heavy
Let's
mod
go.
cemetery. So like you can use it against Asuka or something.
Okay. It needs some use. 'Cause it's too cool to be just like
Yeah.
a non-useful move.
Wait, Gavin, you did the neutral jump Street Fighter mix up.
I did.
the throw bait.
I do it often.
Yeah,
That's
for
a common Gavin play,
Yeah. Oh.
as you can see.
Okay.
665 POS. High level play. Okay, Gavin's in. Catches the
Oh.
backdash, but no follow up. There it is.
Oh, he's ready. Oh no.
I should stop DPing that. Every R1 will work there. I picked the one that didn't.
We got to give the
If you
Gavin
were
session.
extra cheeky while he was still in the air, you could have done cross through, and then ended up on the other side of him while he was still falling down.
I'm gonna add that.
That would have been spicy.
We don't need to encourage Gavin to be more cheeky. We need him to be less cheeky. Like,
Ooh, BRC. Oh my god.
oh, or we're playing Guilty Gear.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Dude, that.
I'm
that
lucky he
throw-
didn't burst. I'm not getting away with that again. Oh no!
What? Well, you got no scoped by that.
No scope. That's good.
You got hit by the barrel.
Oh, I went for JS.
Immersion. Oh my god.
Oh, that just turns into me dying, huh?
Nightshade.
And you have health and guts.
Punish. Yeah.
Yep. Good games.
Unblockable.
Was that one or two? Or three? It was two,
can't
okay.
remember.
These are a little closer.
The games go fast for sure. I think that saved Evo a little bit. Strive goes fast, and Street Fighter rematch is good. I'm trying to see if we get more intros in season 3. The UI
That'd
looks
be
sick,
cool.
but I want more intros.
Like, remember when BB Tag did that?
Yep.
Wild, the production value into Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Season 3.
The worst part is, like, it didn't take that much. It's like a huge change, but it didn't take that much. I do wish we got everybody to have a 2-player intro, but...
Oh no, that missed.
No,
Ooh.
I won't do it.
See, again, if Nightshade could show his work that he knew that was going to happen, I'd give him credit.
Show your work.
Ooh.
This is why I'm the host, not the guest.
Oh, name left. He got impatient.
Yeah. He just wants the 214K me and see if I punish him.
He was playing Viking though.
Hey, Viking?
Yeah, Viking
What?
selected. Oh, you got. Oh, and you got wake up throw.
Oh, no, look at these two!
Super.
No conviction, no conviction.
No,
Oh
that's
my
not
God.
it.
Oh! No! Okay.
Okay.
Kevin with the
Oh.
OS. Oh.
No.
I was too confident.
I like the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
He DP'd me every other time in that
Yep.
situation.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You gotta go for mental guard break. It's vital. Alright. Who's the Nightshade want? Does he want the Kai, the Chip? I guess I'll play Chip.
Let me make sure I'm spectating. Oh, did you're good. Do your match. Maybe back out after game 1 here.
Let me share on Discord.
Ooh.
I have it. I'm spectating. Yeah.
The goat.
Deeli the go.
What's even better about this is I already have the scene for this because it's just the Discord room.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
This is where like Deeli reveals that he has like the nude Chip Zanoff mod or something.
I have Catboy Chip. I have Catboy Chip. That's the only chip mod I have.
I'm like, thank goodness it's not me streaming because my chip mod is PG-13. Some people are haters of my chip mod. Yeah,
it is not safe for work. It is not safe for work.
Like already about Light Ice mods, I don't approve of your Manon mod.
Yeah,
I just want to throw that out there.
It makes her look like an anime character, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best one either.
But you still have it.
You know,
Man, I'm glad you got DP just now. Now that I think about it.
Oh! What was that? No! Why would you burst? Why would you burst?
I want the round.
Nightshade with a crazy burst bait, though.
Ooh. Hey.
Okay. Oh. Your days are numbered, 6K. Side switch?
Uh-oh. Ran into the forest land. Alright, let's see how I get out of this one. Oh my god.
I hate that empty jump, dude.
Yeah.
It's so tricky. Nice jump. Does it matter, though? That was so high.
You're supposed to give me the burst.
Why would you burst? He's a round up.
Huh?
You're gonna die for that burst bait. What did I say? Ay.
Everybody talking to Light Ice all the time. You're gonna die for that burst bait. It's like he's if he had a nickel for every time someone told him that.
Right.
We're rich.
Pay for the next 5 Evos and all the slot machines.
For sure. Right, I gotta play card games next time. The slots were not in my favor.
I want to play blackjack, dude.
Did you get any play when
I didn't get a chance. I was either too tired or I was too busy. I gotta hit up to like the 2 a.m. blackjack, dude. Like I was watching you and Bliss go at it. I was like getting hyped.
Yeah, I wish
one with the dealer.
Yeah, they had a dealer.
Yeah,
it was a real game.
It's a table game, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I need the electronic stuff.
Well, you can play electronic blackjack too.
Yeah. The person staring at me being like, "I can't let you win too much" would be too much for me.
Yo, should we for these future sets, should we just limit to just the
person who's being asked
the other
for?
person wants to fight?
I think so. I think that's
so we can get through everyone.
I was just thinking that too. I agree.
Yeah. So like next we'll have name versus Light Ice only, and then we'll move to Uni.
Is name still around?
No, he should be. I'll ping him, and then
no,
we'll let him know that he's on deck.
I'm with you. I feel bad if people didn't get to play at all. So.
Yeah, I'll ping him.
Okay, name is here. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, you dropped out of the room. We thought you got.
I guess we'll still keep it first to 3 just to save time.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we'll have them talk smack in the chat after, in the VC.
First to 1 never hurt.
You're gonna need the first one against name, dude.
Yeah, no, for sure. It could work either way, you know.
Name, if you want to play anyone else but Light Ice, let us know between me and Deeli. You don't have to.
You can streamline it.
Right. Dude, your health bar. Where's your health?
I'm saying.
What did you get hit by? I looked away for 1 second.
It's all in the next patch, trust me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Add a 0 to the end of Chip's health.
Yep. Alright, you gotta give me something to change the tide. Thank you.
Run up throw.
Race up time.
Thank you.
Alright,
You're
sounds
crazy.
good, man.
Yeah, please. What is this whack ass mix?
Oh my goodness.
You died. You died.
I messed up the wall run on the way back. Surprise. Name didn't come to play me, he came to fight Deeli.
I think we should just keep it to Light Ice. We're kind of
Yeah, I think we'll get Azure Halcyon's match in as well since we're already on Strive, and then we'll call it a
Yeah.
night with Blitz and Disgaea.
Okay.
Disgaea, I need you to decide if you want to play Uni or Melty. It'll just affect which game we play.
Mizaki.
No way! I thought I bursted.
Oh!
I thought I bursted the bait.
Dude, I say it. Dude, I say that all the time. The bait burst, not the burst bait.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, this guy has been fiending for Uni all day.
Has
I don't know if he got to play
That's how we're playing
at
the game.
Lightice's place.
He did.
Okay. Full burst back? You're crazy, Lightice. Stop.
Well, but it worked.
Oh no, the 6B. Nightshade and Lyca are like 6B gods. They just do it
Lyca's
all
actually the
time.
6B god.
Yeah. Oh no, this is Artoria setup? I like that.
That's just a normal soul setup. Hope Blade. You're dead.
Nice job, Nightshade. Nice one. Tyler in the chat.
Yo, Tyler, what's up? We're gaming just a little bit.
What's the count?
2-1,
2-2,
Nightshade.
2-1.
Light Ice, for the sake of time, I'm asking you to sandbag and lose. JK, JK, do your best.
No.
Do your best so we can clown on you if you lose.
Doesn't shoot.
Oh damn, he read me like a book right there. True GP, what a genius. Where's all this fanciness?
Another?
What?
Wow.
Another?
Yeah, Nightshade.
You're playing too much neutral, Lightice. I don't like it.
Yeah, actually, this entire thing was a setup. It's an intervention.
Lightice, we've come to stop you.
All 26 viewers in the chat are all in on it.
Oh, we got those? It's dead? Don't burst bait. Don't bait burst, sorry.
I needed to know if he wanted the round, and he was like, you know what, I'm good. I can use this information for later.
Oh no.
Did not
Mix,
want
mix,
this.
mix. Oh,
Nice.
the classic. It's a Oh, your wall slumps days are numbered, dude. You gotta abuse it while you can.
Oh, dropped the very end of the setup. That sucks. Well, I'll see
Funny
you
how
guys
all.
tomorrow.
Funny how
You're
you're about to
dead.
get evened out after all of that. No! All of that work for him
that
to
means-
almost make a comeback, though.
Ooh, my season 1 comp. Let's go.
What a match.
Yeah. You're a cool guy, Nightshade. Oh, throw? Okay,
You're a
that's how
cool
I'm the
guy.
game. Oh, you
you're
brave,
crazy.
you
Oh.
brave soul. I cannot believe you did that.
because you jumped, it wasn't minus a billion.
Yep. Oh, he's trying to end the game right now. Not good. Oh, he's swinging. You see that bar slash in the bar slam?
Oh, you're crazy bad, Nightshade. Oh.
Give me the burst. No.
No burst.
No, exactly. Lean in. I'm once again asking for your burst. Ah, it doesn't kill. Alright, one more mix. What do I do here? Watch this move.
Right.
The sound effect.
Last game, last round.
Alright, whoever first hit wins.
Oh! First hit wins?
First hit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sam Show. It's Sam Show.
Yeah, he knows what it is. You see those far slashes?
Danger.
no!
Oh, you did,
No,
you
he's
did,
done
you
for
did.
it.
I'm in. So be it.
What do you?
Okay, there's a burst. A Hail Mary. Hail Mary!
What? Why did I end here, man?
No.
Nightshade, no.
Nightshade, no. He's one combo away from evening it out, though.
He got DPRC right now.
Oh, he chilled?
Chill.
Once.
Like, Nightshade is too chill.
Oh, he blocked
Almost put himself in the corner.
Watch
Oh,
this.
he's going crazy. He's going crazy.
Watch this move!
Oh, no.
Super. He's gonna super. Yeah. What are you? Whoa!
No DP! Oh no. Oh no, not like this.
No, oh,
Not like this, not like this.
Not
Not like this! Oh. No kill!
Oh, no.
Come on, Nightshade, please punish him for his sins.
Oh. Please stay away from me.
Slash.
Please stay away from me. Please stay away from me.
Oh. I hit it.
No
What
way,
a
no
correction.
way.
Dude, look at the.
Oh, my God.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky. He tried to pull out the gimmick last minute.
Guilty Gear Stride.
All right, that's it for Nightshade.
Yeah, Nightshade, if you want to join voice chat and chat with us for a second while we line up Name and Lightice, let us or go to the waiting room. All right.
Set of the century.
Nightshade, how are you feeling? What would you like to tell us? He just wants to come in and laugh. I feel that too.
GG, Nightshade, GG.
All I want to say is I'm really bad against Gold Lewis.
It's a tough matchup. It's pretty good for Gold Lewis.
And I don't like Chip 5P.
Fair enough.
That's all I gotta say.
For sure. GG's though, thanks for the games.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All
Thanks
right,
for joining, Nightshade.
name is on the way.
All right. Azure Halcyon, if you want to also get in here and get in the room and
Line up.
with your... we'll let you play Deely's Gold Lewis. Whichever one of you get here first at this
He said he
point.
wanted both Chip and Gold.
We gotta get to Uni. We gotta get to Uni
We
for
only got one. We only got one.
blitzing this guy.
All right. I need revenge on Anji, dude. This character has not been nice to me.
Mm-mm. Nightshade the champ walking to the door before leaving the room.
Wow.
That's what
Just,
I do that too.
Godly.
he doesn't walk forward like since there's like no wall, you know. I don't. It's just really
What is
kind of
this?
him to.
Viking, no 214K.
No 214K, that's wild.
Oh, code. I scroll up. It's
All right. Okay. We got it.
6223.
How long has this been a thing?
What thing?
Name on. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's been a thing for a while. He's just been cooking, simmering quietly.
Yeah, a couple months ago, Days was like, I want to try biking, and Name was like, oh, I gotta try it too. Oh, you guys do not want to see. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's cute. You guys are matching. Oh no!
In the corner.
I'm out. See you later.
One way or another. Kai is one of the characters that is getting new buttons, correct? Or not?
Hi?
Am I wrong?
I don't know if he's getting new buttons, but
He's getting buffed though. His buttons are getting buffed, like
Got it.
massively. His far slash and far H are a lot faster. No. The damage.
Goodbye, Kyle.
Yeah.
Even if I don't play Chip, I can't escape.
Is that a safe jump?
I don't believe what he did was a safe jump, but I think she does have a safe jump up there.
Okay, yeah. Cool, good take. No combo?
He's
No
playing.
combo?
He's playing Viking like it's Geo, you know. After playing ITH on Thursday, I can feel the difference. Like this is not Viking. This is Geo.
Geo.
So you know how to handle Geo, right?
Geo with an instant overhead.
I think Geo.
Oh,
he knew I was
no.
gonna burst there. He's in my head.
Overhead. Yep. Oh.
I'm out. See you later.
What is this whack ass mix?
What?
Dude,
It's
this is
working,
not,
right?
This is not very helpful. Guilty Gear.
I got some haters in the call right now. See, that
I
throw
mean,
would've hit.
now, if you land that throw, you've been a god.
If you guys had more confidence in me, that throw would have hit. You know.
Okay. Light Ice, you got this. Rep for the podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Rep for the podcast. We have your back.
Let's see all this work you've been putting in with.
I'll sponsor you on a win.
80 Fireball Street Fighter.
At 6.
Poke fireball.
Absolutely well.
Okay. Whoa. Sun Dipper, man. 7 frames now.
Oh, nice check.
Thank you. Put the electricity on. I know what he wants to do, right? The problem is, do I have an answer for that? Ooh,
No punch?
sorry. Ooh, that mix was so good it threw me off.
Oh.
Okay. Bro, I hate tether and everything about it.
I hate it too. I hate it
It looked so cool in the trailer. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love this mechanic.
He got tethered for the first time.
Yep.
In neutral, even.
Oh yes.
And she's plus after, man.
Nope. No counter. He's got some defense on.
Blocking. Oh no!
Look, these punishes take time. He ran up to me and swung at me. What a brave soul.
Plus, right?
Ooh.
Oh.
No, you know, sometimes we play Guilty Gear Strive out here. Sometimes we play Guilty Gear. Fair. I wanted to hit so bad. That was my ticket to victory, if you will.
Oh my god. Glory of the gods.
Viking is a threat, man. I've still not been able to quite figure out like what to do against this character.
The worst part is she's strong in this game, and she's strong in Sam Show, so she just terrorizes
You can't
me
escape.
every
You can't
game she
escape
is.
her.
Yeah.
Great news! Viking just got announced for multi-blood type Lumina.
Yep. She's like the Akuma of anime game. Oh.
Just everywhere she can be.
But you might have been able to combo off that. The
Yeah.
tether. Wait, you're dead.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh wait, is his name?
Oh,
This
you
is
got
season
it.
3 name?
Oh,
okay.
he doesn't
It's
have
still,
it.
Still season three, season two.
Still working on the combos.
Yeah, still working. We're all working, you know, works in progress. Wait, is the Kai voice in Korean on stream?
It shouldn't be.
Oh, if it was, I gotta ride the lightning at least once.
Yeah, the Korean voice actor goes a little crazy.
Oh yeah.
Kai.
You saw that tech?
Oh, that. You like floated above him.
Yeah.
Ooh, get patience.
Oh.
Oh,
Still working on the combos, I guess.
still working. Oh, he doesn't want this one?
Light Ice is the one who introduced me to the goated Korean Ride the Lightning.
It is actually so insane.
At he... Okay, we'll learn this matchup with Kai. We'll learn. No, it didn't work.
Oh,
No!
Oh no.
You're dead. Ouch.
No guts on this guy.
Backdash was my downfall. Yep, turn the tide.
Oh, thank God you didn't get hit by parry. I have too predictable of a Leo. I get parried like 3 times a set. It's the worst.
That was it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sad boy. Gimme.
Evil Light Ice.
Dark Light Ice.
Oh, I did 5P like I'm Chip. I am not Chip.
Uh-oh. He blocks. Oh, that's a good YRC, actually.
No, and I got thrown back in the corner. That sucks.
Positive bonus?
Watch this
I
out.
like how he laughs. No matter hit. He does it before DP every single time. He says something. He just knows it's gonna work.
Ah, I was gonna run up DP. I should have believed in myself.
All right.
All right,
Name, feel free to stop by in the voice chat. You want to say hi? Have any questions? Want any advice?
Absolutely not.
Want any critique?
We need name in here, man.
Absolutely
oh my
not.
God.
He's not welcome in the chat. He's not even a part of the Discord. Get him out of here.
He's in our Discord. He asked for the match.
In the Discord? Since when?
Here, you can hear. He's here. Have him.
GG's name. You're a very strong.
Name before you start. Before you start, you got 1 minute.
I look up to your name.
You got 1 minute.
I want to let you know you lost to my pocket. This is not a character. This is not a character you'll see in bracket. I have not used this character in so long, and you got cooked by them. With the Kai you've been playing for months and months, you are awful at the game. Sell it. Please just tell the change. It would be your chip too. That's why you're scared too. That's why you switched to Kai. You're like, oh, okay.
That's an A2 matchup. The only A2 in the game.
Huh?
But continue. It's the only A2 in the game. Continue though. Continue.
I beat you in Geo versus Chip consistently. And
Also a winning matchup for Geo. That's okay.
That's a 7-3. I'm losing. You have no excuse. You should be able to win. You should be able to win a losing matchup if you're better than the player. So you're saying I'm better than you, right?
What?
You have your locals every single week. I don't have a local. I don't even play the game. You're getting cooked in my pocket.
Get him out of here.
What's your excuse? What's your excuse?
He has 15 more seconds. I can't do anything.
See me in season 3.
Okay, see you in season 3. Because you're my
Season
guy
three,
there
season
too.
three.
And she's getting nerfed. She's gonna be getting nerfed. So you're gonna have an even match with her with Chip. I better
Just tell me what character Days is playing. All right. I'll get it.
Peace out, yo.
All right, thanks, Nave. All right, he got 57 seconds. I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, let's get Azure Halcyon in here. And then we'll move to a quick game of Uni for Disgaea and Blitz. And then we'll call it a night. It's been a great thank you guys for this great first episode of Lab Hours. This has been a treat. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
This is everything I wanted and more.
Azure Halcyon's level 300.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy, he's insane.
Oh, we've got some Anji flashbacks here from Evo.
Oh yeah, Azure had the Gold Lewis gauntlet, right?
No, Deeli had the Anji match on screen.
Oh, the Anji gauntlet. Oh no.
No, Azure Halcyon had the most tragic gauntlet of EVO 2023, which was Gaio into 3 JPs in a row in his pool.
Painful pain.
Mm.
Oh, what a back end.
I'm excited to see where Anji, of all characters, ends up after the Season 3 patch.
Yeah. No, that's true. I think a top 5 character like Anji can only go up.
Of course. Started on the top, now we're still on top.
Yeah, exactly. Anji's definitely one of those characters where, like, once the top 5 get taken care of, he will just shoot up in the ranks. He's keeping that pressure up. Oh, mashed out though.
He's just so... I've just watched a lot of Azure Halcyon, and I feel like I can recognize everything he does. I can't stop it.
Fair.
It's so good.
It's like surprisingly Anji's like a good fit for Azure in my opinion.
Yes, great way of putting it.
I can't see Azure playing any other character.
He plays Axel.
I can't see Azure playing Axel.
You know, just hope you do never see Axel. Just hope you never do.
I just can't put it together, you know.
I don't think he'll go to Axel with Season 3, but... Has Axel won? Maybe like early Strive. Did Axel ever win a major?
I don't think so.
Because the list of characters who've like not won a major is pretty low now, right? Anji, Axel, I guess.
What am I getting hit by?
It depends what you call a major, I think.
Like Frosty or bigger.
Frosty or bigger. Yeah, I think there's a lot of characters who haven't won one of those yet.
Potemkin won a major.
That's true. Well, if you count Texas Showdown. over Frosty or one
I
in
guess.
in that glass.
Yeah. I count it.
All right, then the lot capture is one big tournament. That's another like, not necessarily podcast topic, but like what makes an FGC a major is a big question.
I mean, entrant count's the #1 like probable best indicator, right?
Not
Like it's very
necessarily.
simple, but well,
Yeah,
but what else would you pick, right?
Well, because it like has to track through history. Like let's say you're making a stats book and you're like, how many people have won big majors? Like Big E events were considered big majors back in the day, you know.
Well, I just
Even
like
now- even
give
now.
it to a certain entrant count. Like it might be a regional major.
Yeah,
But-
but then you can't count the old tournaments because the old tournaments had smaller entry counts, you know.
Yeah. No, it should scale, sure.
Yeah.
You're right. It should track with similar majors that time period.
Fair enough. You know,
But the answer should be obvious when you compare a not major to a major.
well, we can always use the current rule of if you win a Big E tournament, it's a major. If you did anything
So
other than
here's
first, it is
Light
not a
Ice,
major.
the two-time Sam
am a
Show
major, yep.
champion.
Two-time major winner. Two-time major winner. Yeah, FGC stats are very funny like that because nothing's been established.
Yeah,
like,
nothing's
this is a major,
standard.
this is a regional.
And whenever someone does try to standardize something in the FGC, this is the wildest thing, is that just no one likes it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Everyone just like, they never do it right, or no one likes them just because of who they are. Like, it's one of the charms of the FGC. It's why we're not esports, right?
Yeah, see, now you're trying to bring another topic.
What the? Oh! What?
Dude, I've never seen that.
Normally that
Why
goes a lot better for Anji. Oh my god.
That's not what Azure would say. Azure would be like, this is typical.
I'm used to this pain and suffering. You can't phase me.
Another day playing Azure.
Ah, darkness, my old friend.
Alright, I see you in the chat name. Season 3. Listen, once I see Omito start streaming, I'm in. I gotta play him. I gotta play him and I gotta play Nage's Faust at least once. Those are my goals.
GG's.
All right.
GG's.
Good games, Azure Halcyon. Thank you for stopping by to stream. Okay.
Your night in birth.
And we'll grab Azure to chat with us. Maybe he's mute deafened while we get
Can
the
I-
next game lined up.
Can I ask Azure the first question?
If he appears, yeah.
Okay, he's not. He can hear
Oh,
us.
no, he's here now.
Muted
Yeah.
though. There he is.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
We'll
All
boot
right.
up under night.
As a player of a top 5 character, do you think he will escape nerfs for season 3?
Oh my god, he already got nerfed. We already got confirmation on it.
Is it confirmed nerf?
Yeah, any counter hit, the Nagiha and Rin counter hit status has been lowered, so you won't get massive, like, you won't get illegal damage now from, like, guessing incorrectly.
I like it.
But,
Appreciate
it. It feels bad. I hope the fit option is actually going to be, like, good to make people, like, triple themselves on, because it's a reversal. It's, you know, looks invincible, so I don't know. So no one can just like throw a fireball and then just be like, oh, or jump in, and then on a spin it's like, oh, I got plus rings. So I guess that, but yeah.
Fair.
All right, who wants for matches first? Since I can't look in the chat, Disgaea or Blitz?
Blitz, I think.
What's for Uni? Okay.
Blitz and then Lorenzo.
All right. The room name, the keyboard is Gav. So the two of you want to join, and these will be the last sets of the night. Go ahead. Continue on.
If Azure's still here, Chip Bros are hurting too. We always get nerfed the same way and buffed the same way apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. They just see Japanese people and it's like, oh no, just gotta lump them all together. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
like-
overheads, no, we got that. Rekkas, no,
Yeah,
no, we don't need any of that.
These two were in the
Bounces
intro
from
together.
overheads? Oh my god.
Yep.
But no,
Weird, weird to see.
on a serious note, for I guess this is like maybe I just need to like step back and like take a look at like just calming down neutral now, since there's like I guess not so much less of incentive of going and trying to make you guess incorrectly into yeeting all of your life savings. I mean your life into a single guess, and then 60% of your life is gone.
Fair.
But I don't know, just like I think now that I realize, other than just like blocking correctly from gold boost,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, okay, that's an overhead, that's plus, that's low, okay, alright.
Your defense was really good in the set we just played.
Yeah, there's still a few that I was kind of like not sure about with like when to press. Is like I always like it's always a feeling, never I definitely know, and I feel like in this case it's
I mean,
something
yeah,
you should-
that's the thing though. Like, I can make myself like gapless or a frame trap, or I can like get greedy. So it's tough to know. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
not
big. Like the big things, like you were calling out, like you mash when I like try to dash up for a throw, or like
Oh yeah, it's still
if I-
terrifying stuff though.
oh yeah, no, that's just how it is. I think I'm slowly getting a better handle on the matchup. Like, I'm not just mindlessly jumping into the spin anymore, but I still need to work on like the defense. I think
I
'cause
think the big thing and I'm glad that you started to call this out, is just like the same thing with kind of like Super, which you goes into the year. Same thing with like Ko, like you started to, you and a bunch of other people started to be like, oh, this ain't free.
yeah. If you do it in my face, I can just punish.
Yeah, so that's good. And I think the biggest thing is also like after hearing Lightice talk about the way he like plays ship lots and lots, just pretends to be playing neutral, like this man just only uses speed to make you do rule number 1 of Footsie's handbook of just like, haha, I'm in your range, just kidding, you whiff, now you die.
All right.
Right.
Actually, okay, hold on. I the room settings are wrong. But also, I need to change my controller settings really quick.
What are these rooms in?
They're very confusing in this game, right?
Dude, the 4 hearts killed
Yeah,
me.
4 hearts.
Name was just like 4 hearts in chat.
Okay. This guy, you need to move to let Blitz play the rest of his games.
Let's see.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Azure,
thank-
thanks for
thank-
any closing lines, Azure.
Thanks so much. It was great, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming on.
GG.
Also, thanks for being patient, Lorenzo. If you're in the stream, I know you've been waiting like an hour to get these matches.
Yeah, we'll
appreciate
figure
you
out
guys.
ways to
Appreciate
optimize this in the future.
Yeah,
Deely,
I think-
Deely definitely has the right call for
Like
getting matches faster.
running
Yeah.
running everyone is gonna take a while, especially for like slower games.
Smart.
Are either of you excited for Uni 2?
Dude, why does I am, but also why does Aurier have a persona?
And why does no one in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle talk about it? She has no lines with any of the Persona users.
Oh my god, dude, it's literally a persona. This is Persona 5 AU.
Yeah, BB Tag definitely has some dropped opportunities with a lot of the interaction.
Oh yeah.
Oh, also, I kind of want to play Persona 4 AU because I've been playing Persona 4, the actual game, so I kind of know the characters now.
That's big.
Ooh, that's exciting.
But I hear like the PC port kind of sucks. So
It's I think it's gotten better, but I'm not actually sure.
I hear there's no rematch.
Get it
which
when
is
it's on
crazy.
sale.
You gotta play just wait for P5A. You know?
It's not coming, dude. It's
It's not coming. If it
Alice is
didn't
not making that game.
You think
If it-
so? You
I
say
am.
that
I
now.
am.
If
I
it
am
didn't get
firmly
announced
in
at
disbelief.
I would have been with you had it gotten announced at this EVO. That's what I thought was going to happen.
They
Dude,
have
at this point, Persona 6 is coming out before Persona 5 AU.
that might be a thing, but don't they have like a mobile game coming out too with like some new
Persona
characters?
5
Already,
X.
yeah.
so-
But, like,
Which is
Right.
already crashing the lore.
Dude,
The
it
new
looks like-
Persona user.
It looks like it might be China only. So we don't know if it'll be
That's what I
playable outside
heard.
of you.
Right. But definitely.
Get ready to brush up on your Chinese, boy.
Okay, I'll play the Chinese Blaze Blue roguelike.
Oh yeah. I
you-
keep thinking.
It's gonna be like the Tsukihime translation project, where it's just a billion lines of text and everyone has to translate it.
Yeah, except people want to translate the Tsukihime remake.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But for okay, I'm memeing on it. A lot of people have been like really enjoying the Blaze Blue roguelike. I've heard good things from it.
It looks like a it's like a Metroid kind of Metroidvania or whatever it's called. Kind of like Dead Cells or something.
Yeah.
It's like $20 or something. Maybe I'll play it. Let's see. I think it's probably playable on Steam Deck too, right?
For what, Blaze Blue?
The roguelike, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it even on Steam? I don't even know. I can't keep track
I
of
think
this.
it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
What was I saying? What's the original question? Are you guys getting Uni too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm getting it for sure. I'll definitely try the game out. Dude, I have too many games to play right now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm
the
playing
thing.
fighting games and I'm playing like single player games on the side. Like, man, there's too many games to play.
Blitz,
And, like,
thank you
it-
for the games. Please stop by voice chat if you'd like to chat about them.
And Lorenzo, you're up.
Lorenzo is up. These are first to threes. I'll give Blitz a chance to stop by if he'd like to. Oh yeah, Blitz has keys. He can just join. Thank you.
What's up, Blitz?
What's up,
Yo,
Blitz?
what's up?
Roll back win.
Roll back win.
Hey,
Yep.
dude,
Okay, and he's
soon,
gone. It's soon.
Actually
Soon. Soon.
Also,
We have a
Crush,
real
I
answer.
Crush, I see your message in the chat. I think for JoJo ASBR, you'd probably be better off just looking for the Discord and finding matches there.
Yes. Another game without rollback, correct?
It does not have rollback.
Which is crazy to me.
Dude, if it had rollback, I would be playing it.
Oh, really?
I love JoJo, dude. It's I
We
love it's
stay
my
hungry.
favorite.
We devour.
Oh yeah.
That was not only a
What?
that
Why
was
is
not only a
Line?
test of new character. That was also a test of Victrix.
Oh yeah.
What type?
What are you using for the Victrix? What Victrix?
It's the leverless.
Oh nice.
Oh.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it. I pre-ordered it last year after Evo because I was like, "Yep."
Wait, so did you just get it?
Oh no, I've had it for a long time. I haven't really used it much.
Oh, I got you.
Can I just mention that my connection with Blitz was really actually pretty great? And my connection with Disgaea, who's within my state, is
It's 5 frames. I see this.
garbage.
Well, you see, the rollback here is 2.
Did Lorenzo forget to plug in his Ethernet?
Oh, what's happening? He's been a Wi-Fi player this whole time in disguise.
There you go.
He forgot.
I don't actually remember the last time I played Lorenzo online. I've always played him offline. But I don't know.
Oh, Blitz,
Yeah.
did you get a engraving on your Victrix?
I have not yet. I just don't know what I want to get engraved in
Same
it.
boat.
Same.
boat.
Same. Like, what do I care about enough that I would want to be
Yeah.
engraved?
And be like the only thing on here, you know? It's tough.
One big reason
And
I won't
dude,
get
I
Victrix
also-
is to not
I
have to
also
answer
heard-
that question.
I talked to somebody that got their thing engraved at Evo. They said they waited 2 hours in the line, dude.
Oh yeah, people get them all the time, and it takes forever.
You should really
I'm
just do a
about
by appointment.
That's it. But yeah, I can't get one character, you know. I can't decide who's gonna be the one on the
Just get Cruz, dude.
Victrix. There's so many characters. There's so many.
I'll get the dynamic controls logo.
Oh,
That'd be sick.
yes.
Let's go.
Alright. Blitz, thanks for stopping by the stream. Thanks for stopping by the show.
Always
GG.
happy to lab.
See you in
Next
uni
one.
too.
Yee yee.
So back to the question for Deeli and Lightice, who will be playing this game. Who are you interested in uni?
I am a Merkava fan.
Oh no, never mind. I don't want Deeli to get. I don't want Deeli to get on night anymore.
I'm a Merkaba fan in DV Tag. In this game, he's a little too weird.
Lightice strikes me as someone who would play. Nanase.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Dude, this lag is rough. I can see it.
Yep. I'm a Nana. I started with Nanase. Well, I was gonna play Orie. I think she's. I liked her in BB Tech, so I wanted to play her first. But everybody plays Orie, so I had to drop her. But then I moved to Nanase.
Dude, honestly, I kind of agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to play a popular character,
Right.
except for Luke, I guess.
Well, Nanase not that popular, so you're fine there.
Yeah, unless I love the character. If they're popular, I'm like, I'm good. That was Orie. Orie is like the fringe players who are like, I don't play all the time, but I really like the game. Like Gavin.
If it wasn't for Makava, I would probably play Mika or Wald.
Fair. Mika looks fun.
Yeah, she's
She looks
silly.
fun. She's just making your opponent not enjoy themselves. That's the
Right.
kind of fun she likes.
Yeah.
She's like Jacko of this game.
And she just seems like a no-brain kind of character. Like
Yeah.
like skip neutral, like go in, go crazy.
I do the thing. I actually ended up playing Chaos though, so maybe I would try Chaos to start.
Is he negative edge?
I played him as more like DP stuff, but again, I didn't get too far. Like with
He is the puppet character though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
a lot of inputs for Aji.
mostly, right? He's like, he's puppet. He's got a stand. The way it works too, because it's not like it's more
he
like
can move. Yeah,
it's
he
more
can
like Relius. That is Carl.
whatever that means. Not a Blaze Blue player. Or BB Tech player. Not a...
Light too afraid of Articuno to play Blaze.
Oh my god!
Yeah, what a character.
But you got destroyed.
I could have just comboed him to kill him,
Yeah.
and now I'm eating Undernight Astral Finish.
Yeah, Arcane is freaky. Not a fan. Have you seen like his super compilation?
I haven't. All I know.
Crazy character.
All I
Crazy.
know is the you can go invisible
guys-
left right mix, and like he has big spiders.
You guys never had the joy of like early Arcune where so nowadays he has a curse gauge, right? He hits you enough, you get cursed and like all the bugs come out, right? But it used to be if he hit you with any drive attack, you would get the curse on you and all of his attacks get enhanced, right? So the curse, yeah. Historically a hard character balance, but he used to get like his game plan for like one hit. Now he has to work his way up to his game plan.
Fair enough. You know, you guys are like displaying the power of Strive right now. You're like,
Who
like
who was the one that said like I never heard Uni music inside of the game as opposed to like on a YouTube video.
RNGG, yeah.
Like it's so weird.
I've never heard video music in, the actual game. That's funny. Oh my god.
It is rough out here.
What are we doing in the future, Gavin? We're not letting people pick games without rollback. I was the one who picked this. Too.
But like,
That's on
I
me.
mean, we're in the same state. Like, oh man.
the delay does
I
not.
have great matches against Azure Halcyon. I don't know, it's a Disgaea thing.
Connection between you two. Not correct.
And this game really cares about you, like... This game cares about you doing good frame perfect inputs.
True. When Uni 2 finally gets a release date, I might play a little bit just to kind of warm myself back up.
I mean, if you got into Multi-Blood because your scene was getting into it, you'll get into Uni for the same reason. Because there's going to be a lot of our scene. Our anime scene's going to move to Undernight pretty hard when Uni 2 comes out.
I think so.
I feel like you would enjoy Uni because it's a bit of a. I guess it's a bit slower, and you can neutral some more.
I didn't.
Coma
like
does
it
not
too
call
much the
this.
first time, so we'll
Coma
see.
does not call this an anime game.
I think Coma's blind. He's also Zato player.
Zato is also blind.
They're also blind, yes.
Ooh.
This game, Uni 2 will definitely be hyped if a bunch of us are playing it. 'Cause I think I tried to get into Uni when not
It's hard
too
to get
many
into.
people were playing.
Well, yeah, and you've got no rollback. You can't play net play.
Yeah, it's tough.
This game coming back to net play is going to be a big deal too. I found matches on Uni easier than I found matches in Melty Blood recently.
Dude, I was
People
playing,
are
I was
now, yeah.
playing ranked on Melty, and like the matches were like found pretty quick on ranked. But I guess
That's a
I
good
was playing on Prime hours.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Melty's a great game still.
Got those challenger Q times.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, when I
Filter
first
the
started,
EX
I mean,
only.
I started with Grand Blue, right? And like I was ignorant of like what a Discord game was, so I would actually sit in the ranked queue and just wait.
You either get in the small games, you get like no matches, or you get like the random matches against like top players.
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, I was playing. Dude, I was playing Skullgirls, and then Cloud 805 just randomly matched against me.
Girls
I
in
was
that show, man.
like, okay.
That's a hard game to like. Even as a Discord game, it's hard to like really find your level in that game.
Yes.
I actually like found someone in like a random like beginner room, and like he just added me on Steam, and then he just hit me up just randomly. Pretty nice.
It's community.
I eventually got kicked from the beginner rooms though, unfortunately.
Not too good.
Good problem to have.
to a degree. And the game is unforgiving as Skullgirls, you know. That jump from beginner to intermediate can probably be pretty big.
It's very fun though. I enjoy that game.
It's fun. Like, it's also like, am I gonna play Uni 2 or do I want to go back and play a game like Skullgirl?
That's the eternal dilemma, dude. There's new games, but there's also so many good old games.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh.
Got knocked out of the air.
That was footsies. All right, Disgaea.
With the low.
We'll get him in here. Thank you, Disgaea. How are you?
I'm not happy about the lag with this. I even like
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the lag on that.
You are on Ethernet though, right?
I'm on Ethernet. That's what's wild.
Oh.
Well, Disgaea gets to close out lab hours by proving to us why rollback matters.
Yes.
Bro, I was like, I turned off the stream and it was still like 3 to 4 frames. I was like, are you kidding me?
And it lost me a viewer. Oh my god. All right.
Ah, no.
The trials of Eunice.
All right. Well,
I hate it. Also, I'm still mad I'm letting you get away with. I was like, damn it, I'm letting you get away with backdash so much. But
Aurier has a pretty good backdash. She has like the backdash length of 2 characters. She
like,
does
I
a
was trying
double
to call it
backflip
out, and I
away.
was like not trying to let you get away with thrusting on me so much.
Oh,
But, yeah,
okay. When you put it that way, okay. This guy, anything you want to say to our cast here before we sign off?
Play. This is why we need rollback. This is why we actually need rollback, so we don't have
Amen.
stuff like this happening.
Agreed. All right. Thanks for coming on the show, this guy.
GG's.
All right, no problem.
All right. And so with that, I think it's a fair chance to go ahead and call it a night and a successful night of lab hours. Any closing words, Deely or Lightice, you guys would like to throw out there?
Make sure to hit that sub button, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. Please follow Gavin. I mean, Gavin puts in a lot of work to his streams, and I really appreciate it. He really tries a lot. So, really appreciate you, Gavin.
I appreciate those kind words. Lightice, anything you want to say before we close out our inaugural lab hours?
I don't know. Deely's a cool dude. Gavin's just alright.
Just alright. Just okay.
No, thanks for doing this, Gavin.
No
Gavin's
problem.
pretty cool. If you're not in his Discord, join it. They do a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff. What's the game called? Jukebox you guys were playing last night? I'm old,
Jackbox?
man. Jackbox, there you go.
We do a lot of community stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it. If anybody wants to join the Discord who's not in it already, we do all sorts of variety stuff with the penchant for fighting games and competitive stuff, but we do a lot of community events, and I consider this a great way to bring back together the community, and I appreciate you both being our first guests for the show. So, yeah, I'm Gavin, joined by Deely and Lightice, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.